From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, we saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, so we're going to talk all about it. And Glenn Powell brought me back to the Star Fox series.
I experienced a movie-like series of sounds and visuals.
So, welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 515. It's a palindrome, 515, backwards and forwards. Did you know, totally off top, did you know the Snoop Fridays album that just came out last year? There's a song in there about palindromes. I just listened to it on Sunday. It was good. I didn't know about the palindrome,
but I knew the album came out.
Yeah, like last year. Well, there was one in 2024, but there's also one in 2025, which is better than the one before that. I didn't like the one before that. But, yeah, palindromes. Anyway, yeah. NintenDomain Podcast, where Nintendo fans talk about the new Mario movie, plus, plenty of games that are coming out, and the Wii U still lives, and whatever else. But we are your hosts. I'm Trey, Spider-Man Debugger Johnson.
I see what you did there. I'm Jeremy, but wait, there's more. Mikowski.
Actually, I stole my middle name from John, who has still been posting stuff in our Slack. Hopefully he'll be back here next week, is the plan, that he'll return from whatever secret mission he's on right
Sabbatical.
now. But that was his line, which I'll talk about when we get to it. But I thought it was a good one, so I stole it.
It's a very good one.
But let's start off the show as we normally do and talk about games that we got and games that we've been playing. We'll get the games out of the way first, and then we'll talk about the movie after that, and then whatever news is left. But I played some things. I bought some things. Actually, no. First off, my middle name, Spider-Man Debugger. So last week, we did. I talked for an hour about the Marvel Maximum Collection and all the different games in it and all that. And I talked about the Genesis version of Maximum Carnage and how there was an issue with the web, with how you would do a web where you jump instead of webbing, and it was screwed up the game. And there's a lot of things I couldn't do and find or whatever. Anyway, I made a video of it. They're like a 30-second video, and I posted it on Twitter, and I got an immediate response from Limited Run that I'm right, and they're planning on fixing it. So
nice.
They did fuck up, but it's probably been one of my highest looked at posts on there. I was hoping I would break 2,000, but I'm at 9.2K for views on there, and I actually got some comments and whatnot
on the Blue Sky.
No, I got no views on Blue Sky. It's on Twitter. I put it on both of them, but nobody said shit on Blue Sky. No, it's on Twitter, but that's where people still look. So, and that's where I got the response.
They're wallowing in the filth.
Yep. I mean, but I did get some. I did get some interesting. Limited Run said, "Thanks for reaching out. This was an oversight on our part, and will be fixed with the next patch." So, I don't know when that's happening, but fix it.
They should send you a patch. A literal patch that says
send me a Spider-Man
Debugger
patch. Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They're all about making physical things, so send me a patch. And it's funny because there are other people chimed in to be like, oh yeah, and by the way, you fucked up on this too. Not that many, but there was some funny comments on there. I'm just gonna read them just for the fun of it. So Dongled said, will the sound be fixed too? Crackling sound during the gameplay on Maximum Carnage SNES. I didn't notice that there was any issues with the audio when I played it, but
maybe they were using headphones and noticed it more.
Maybe so, yeah. I mean, I was streaming it also, so I wasn't paying that much attention to that. I mean, I know the fucking soundtrack of that game. I played it a billion times, but it's like Shadow Desk said, still early enough to be added to the physical, right? Evil Raccoon says, hope so. There was another one that I wanted to read on here. Oh yeah, Shifty Peterson replied directly to me Is this why you can't shoot a web straight up to climb in the Genesis version? Makes getting some of the power-ups impossible. Between this and the Switch 2 control mapping issue for the Disney collection, it doesn't seem like they test anything before shipping. I thought that was funny because they're totally throwing them under the bus for another game. It's like, oh yeah, and by the way, the Disney collection sucks too. I haven't played that one. I know John has it, but I just thought it was funny that they were like, oh yeah, and that one's also garbage. It's like, what? Okay. But yeah, there's my claim to fame right there. But no, yeah, I was right. And I posted it, and I got plenty of views, and you can see the reel on the NintenDomain Facebook group. I've been still doing the reels on there, and I got like 4,000 views for that one. So check it out there also. But yeah, no, yeah, they'll fix that at some point. I hope so. But I haven't played it. I really haven't played it since then. You know, that was kind of.
Well, they wouldn't have fixed it yet.
No, they haven't fixed it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know because I haven't played the game since then. I haven't even touched it since last week because I ended up getting a couple other things. I guess I'll talk about the Star Fox stuff later. So, of course, I'm still playing Deadzone Rogue. That's I actually think maybe I do like roguelites, or at least I like that game. So it makes me kind of.
It's the longest I've known of you to play a rogue.
I played it for, well, I mean, I played him for a good
You've been
amount.
talking about it for like a month now.
Yeah, I've only had it for like 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, it seems like a month.
Let's say I've only had it for a couple weeks. But no, I mean, I said last week that I beat the first zone. I beat Zone 1. But once you beat the first zone, you get these bonus missions that you can go on. And they're not the same as the zone. It's not like doing Zone 1 again. It'll be a different layout of maps, but you'll do different things. Like there's one that's based on close combat, so it will only send like zombies and like spiders and those sort of things that run at you. And it'll be based around like shotguns and like revolvers and guns that you use in like close proximity. And you can also unlock like special boons that will enhance you in ways if you just fight up close and not from farther away, and that sort of thing. So it's and there's less levels in it, so it's easier. Like the normal zone is like 30. It's like 30 rooms, and the bonus stuff is only 20 rooms. So I did that. I beat the close comfort one, and that one was cool because I love shooting zombies with shotguns, and that's basically 20 levels of shooting zombies with shotguns. So I'm into that. It reminds me of the Time Splitter stuff that I love so much, like the Notre Dame level where you just shoot zombies' heads off in Time Splitters 2. Like that was
yeah.
And there's a whole mini game that's apart from that where you can it's just endless waves of zombies and you just shoot their heads off.
It's like Monk Zombies.
Yeah, and you just shoot their heads off over and over again. I like that sort of thing, obviously, because Doom, shooting demons with the double barrel shotgun and all that. And that was fun. And there's also like a more ranged one, with different enemies where you get like rage boons for that. And I beat both of those. And then I think there's a third one that just has like boss enemies or higher enemy. I beat that one too. And then I unlocked a fourth one that is like a raid mode where they basically stick you into just like you're in like the beach room, which you've seen before. There's basically like a fake beach and there's like, water and then there's like a circle around it. And you basically can't go to the outside and you're just stuck in the circle and they'll just throw a bunch of guys at you over and over again and you try to get as far as you can. And I got to like wave 15 or something and you get something for getting like for every 10 waves you get something. You'll unlock a boon or you'll get like skins for your guns and stuff like that. I've already changed the colors of a couple of the guns that I have. But yeah, that was cool too because you don't get a whole lot you don't really get anything up front. And there's like a little vending machine that you can buy stuff from, but you don't have that much money to buy stuff with. And like after every raid, you get more, you go back to the vending machine, try to get something better. And then you just try to survive and they'll keep throwing like, harder and harder and harder guys at you. Whole lot of zombies, a lot of the mindless zombies, which are, a pain in the ass to beat. But I was tearing through them pretty easily. But then they threw the zombie spider boss at me. And I couldn't kill him. He fucking killed me because the spider boss was what I was stuck on for the first zone, and it'll cover the ground with all this poisonous web stuff that hurts you. And I got cornered, and there's not a whole lot of places to run, and yeah, I got taken out by that. But no, it's a fun game to play. I've been enjoying it. It reminds me a lot of Monster Hunter. Like I wanted to say that last week, but I forgot. It really feels a lot like Monster Hunter. Like the same sort of thing. You go out, you kill a bunch of guys, you come back, you upgrade your shit, you go out again. It's like, it reminds me of doing that same thing with Monster Hunter Rise, So Maybe is that the roguelite thing that you like, where you go out and you get stuff and you up yourself and then you go back out?
I think it's just that there's proof that you put effort into it at all times. That's what makes it worth playing over and over again.
Sure. Some of them, I mean, some of them are better than others. There are some that
some are better than some are,
where it
you
takes
don't really
longer
feel
for you
as
to get
much.
stuff, and I feel like,
But
yeah,
even then, it can be even more rewarding than.
yeah. That's what Shake was telling me whenever we played that first week, like a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Oh no, the roguelites. Once you get past like that, well, you get enough stuff to get past that one boss that's bothering you, that it's so rewarding." And I was like, okay. Well, I was like, yeah, sure. But I did. I went back and I beat, because I think, what was it? I think I was stuck on the spider boss on the zone 1, and then I came back and I beat the spider boss. But after that, nothing could touch me, and even the final boss was a snooze. I just basically just circle strafed around them until they were dead. Like, it really wasn't a whole
Oh, you
lot.
beat it?
Well, I beat the first zone, the first thing that you can save after. There's 4 zones, and I played the second zone. The zone is way harder because the guys actually are smarter. Like, the bad guys are smarter.
Okay.
So, like, they dodge more. So, like, you'll shoot them, and then they'll, like, roll at you, and you can't hit them. Or, like, there's these guys that run at you, and now they teleport in Zone 2. So, like, you shoot them once, and if you don't kill them the first shot, they'll teleport and get closer to you. So, they just made everybody harder. They have different, they have different skins now, like different colors or whatever, but they're harder, and that's basically, and there's new enemies that you haven't seen before. But I can't get that far. I can't beat Zone 2 yet. So that's why I just went back and did all the bonus Zone 1 stuff, because I can build up more shit and hopefully eventually get through Zone 2. That's what I was planning on doing. But yeah, it's still fun. I mean, I'd be surprised if it doesn't end up on my Game of the Year list. I mean, we'll see. It's still only like April, so there's plenty of months left. But so far, this one has been a gem. I even responded to somebody on the NVC group who was talking about it, just to be like, "Oh yeah, someone else that likes it. It's good. Play it." Just to try to encourage people to talk about it. And I've seen a couple people posting about it, so people are
That's good.
They're discovering it out there. So that's what I like. I just want people.
It sounds like a quality game.
I just want people to know it, to know it's
Might
there.
Might not be for me, but I'm happy that I'm happy that you're getting into a rogue and starting to understand what it does to you.
It's too bad it doesn't have game share, and I can't just just show it to you without, for free. That was going to be, I was like, oh, if that has game share, I'll definitely get that. But it doesn't. It does not have game share. So boo.
Well, I'm just not really a shooter guy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I've played enough of them. Maybe I'd be fine. Is there a motion aim?
Yes, there is. There's gyroscope.
Okay.
Gaming.
Then I'd be fine.
Yeah, I use it. I only use it for I actually don't use it because it kind of messes me up a little bit. I did try using it like all the time, and I tried to use it whenever I'd look down the sights, but I don't actually look down the sights because that takes too long. So I'll just do it without the motion and just go for it, and it works well for me pretty much. But it is on there.
You're more of a shooter.
I played a lot of first-person shooter games on a controller, so I'm very used to it. But I think that's what intrigued. I mean, it feels like a roguelike Doom game, which I like. So there you go. But games that I don't like, but I got anyway, just because I was like listening to a podcast and driving around and delivering or whatever, and I felt like I had this itch to play like an old PlayStation 3 360 era game. I don't know. They were talking about old games like that, and I was like, oh man, I should try to play one of those. So I was like I could look through some of my old stuff. I'm sure I have something that I haven't played. I thought about playing like Portal 2, because I got that and never played it. That was a game I had. Well, I played it. I beat it on PS3. I know it's great. I mean, I played Portal 2 on PS3 when it came out, but I never played it on Switch. I beat it on there. I played through most of the co-op too, with Brandon, my old roommate. But I was just looking for something weird like that, and then I just got because they're doing the 30-year Resident Evil sale, and like everything is super duper low price right now. So I bought Resident Evil 5 for $10 because I want to eventually play through all of the Resident Evil games, even the ones that I hate, like Resident Evil 5. But I was like, if I'm going to start somewhere, I got to start here. As much as I'd like to play 6, I want to beat 5 first. So I did get 5. And it does look, it runs great because the frame rate is doubled for the Switch 2 version of it. That was a big deal when people were playing a bunch of Switch 1 games on Switch 2. all of the Resident Evil games got doubled frame rate, so they all went from 30 to 60. So you really notice the smoothness of it. And that's like Revelations has that too, like Revelation 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. I don't know if the remake of 1 has it or not, but I know all those games got. And I did re-download Revelations 2 just to fuck around with like the raid mode on there, just to see, just because I was so impressed by how well that Resident Evil 5 ran that I wanted to see like, what did the other game look like? So I re-downloaded Revelations 2 and I fucked around with like the raid mercenaries type stuff on there, and it looks good. Yeah, it definitely has a higher frame rate and all that. But yeah, 5 looks great, but it just feels like a fucking arcade game. It does not feel like a Resident Evil game at all. Not to mention the forced co-op, which I always hated. And like
there's a lot of marks against this game,
and the overly racistness of it, of you just constantly killing black people and all that. It's a lot of things, but I mean, it's just like I don't like the way the game looks. Like I don't like that everything's bright and there's like there's no Resident Evil-ness to it to me. Like what I like from Resident Evil is not there. Like there's like no scariness. You're like fighting in the fucking afternoon, like in the daytime when it's like sun blaring down on you. It's like everything is super bright. It's not scary.
Was supposed to be like really like,
yeah.
I don't know. It was like, it's even scary in the daytime. I remember like the marketing. Maybe that's what they were saying, but yeah, no, it's not. It's like we're
so
just playing
stupid.
an action game with some scary looking dudes.
Oh yeah, and that's what. I mean, I like Resident Evil 4, but I did kind of blame Resident Evil 4 for 5 because Resident Evil 4 kind of broke the series for me. Like I like the old like slow paced horror stuff, and it irked me that they're like, oh no, everything's going to be action now. But the problem with 5 is it's an action game, but the gameplay is not it still has the same controls as Resident Evil 1, but with the camera behind you. So it sucks. Like the controls suck, and it expects it. It wants to be like a fucking Uncharted game or something, but the controls suck. Like that's what I always thought because I remember playing this on the PlayStation 3 on PlayStation Plus. It was free on there when that first came around, and I was like, oh, 5, I wanted to play that, let's try it out, and I just hated it when I played it. I was like, oh my god, this game's garbage. But I
played as much. I don't think I ever beat it. I played the demo several times and got pretty hyped for it back in the day. And then, and then when I actually played the game, like I got bored of it. It wasn't like it was hard or anything like that. I just didn't want to play anymore.
It's very, I mean, like, especially with the super high frame rate and all that, or the 60 FPS, it reminds me of like House of the Dead. Like it kind of feels like that, where it's it goes like chapter by chapter. So it's very much like go to the next room, kill 10 more zombies, kill 10 more. It feels like a lot more fast paced than most Resident Evil games that I'm used to playing. So it's like
Requiem kind of brought it back, right? That's what I'm hearing. That
a little bit more of the action.
No, you got a little bit more of the like horror side of it all.
Yeah, I mean, Requiem does like it mixes it. You get your more scary stuff with Grace, but then when you get to Leon, you can tear through more guys. But it never felt like 5. Like it does not feel like that at all. Like it's still good. It doesn't feel like whatever. But I just I feel like. I want to play through all the Resident Evil games, so I was like, what the fuck? Why not? Let's just buy Resident Evil 5 for $10. And
that means you have to play 6.
I want to play 6 just because I know, but I think I'll like it better than 5 because at least not everything's bright on there, and you can actually move and shoot in 6. They actually did change it to where you can strafe and turn, and like you would in a normal third-person shooter game now. It doesn't have the whole like stop and shoot that we had from Resident Evil 1 through 5, So they fixed that at least. They fixed like the tanky stuff. But I mean, I'm interested in it just because it's, just because people hate it and it's kind of super ridiculous. So why not? And that has forced co-op too on it, which sucks. That apparently everything has co-op. But whatever, I was like, I want to get through these Resident Evil games, so I'll just play it. And yeah, it runs great on Switch too. But I got through like 3 chapters on there because they're not very long, and I've done like absolutely nothing to help my co-op partner in this. Like I give her no ammo. I don't heal her ever, and she's just there with like no ammo. And well, she'll help. But whenever I get attacked, she'll knock people off of me.
She'll throw you ammo,
and sometimes she'll throw me ammo. But that's it. I haven't had any problems where I have to rescue her or whatever yet. So.
Is it like a difficulty thing? Like, do you have it on like normal difficulty or whatever?
I didn't see any difficulty settings. Maybe you have
there's
to beat
not.
it first before you can do that. I don't know. It didn't
You're
ask
probably
me
right.
anything about changing. I just went right into it. But I have always wanted to see how it whatever, how the story went. I want to piece it together, from Resident Evil 4 to Resident Evil 7 because I played 7, 8 and 9. There's still that big, especially when I saw Leon again. I don't know all the shit that happens with Leon on 6. Apparently got bit by a zombie at some point. This is the very beginning of the game, so it's not really spoilers. But I don't know when that happened. I was like, I don't remember that ever happening. But yeah. So anyway, I got that. I still think it's a dumb game, but it runs.
You now own it.
It runs great on Switch too, though. So there you go. But the thing I've been enjoying is we'll talk about it later. We talked about it last week, but Star Fox is in the Mario Galaxy movie. I think he totally stole. I think he steals the show. I think he's actually my favorite part of the whole movie, and it inspired me. It brought back my love of Star Fox games, and I was like, I want to play a Star Fox game now that I played that. And the company that put out the first Squadron games, they were smart, and they decided to put their game on sale. The newest one that came out this year in February of 2026, First Squadron Phoenix, and I have First Squadron 1. I have the regular one, which I thought it was okay. It was kind of, it was simple. I did go back and play it a little bit. I'm still stuck on the last boss, but it wanted to be there. It was almost there for Star Fox, but you could tell what it was kind of doing. But First Squadron's fun. I actually like it a lot. And it's different. It does a lot of things that Star Fox never did, but should if it ever comes back. This one actually kind of feels like a roguelike too, but you're not. But nothing changes, But the idea is they throw a level at you that's pretty hard, and then you play the level and you get experience points, and you use experience points to upgrade your ship, and then you go back again through the level and get even farther, and you get more stuff, and you upgrade your ship, and then eventually you'll get all the way through. So I really like that aspect of it. Plus, there's some cool moves. There's a move where you can where you build up, where you can pretty much kind of freeze time, or at least slow down everything except for you, and you get your life back when you do that too. And you only get 1 life per level, so if you get knocked out, you're done. So you have to do that, and you get 4 different special moves, or 4 different special weapons that you can upgrade. There's a laser, there's a nuke that basically kills everybody on the screen at once. There's traditional bombs from Star Fox, and there's also a series of homing bombs where you can shoot 6 of them at once. And you have a special meter that builds up, so you don't actually it's not 5 bombs. You have a bomb meter, and you can switch it to whatever, and you get it back by killing specific guys. And there's certain bad guys that have shields also. So if you need to get your shields back, you don't want to kill the one person in the level at the right time. And you play as this Robin character, and you're you're new to the team. They brought out all these. I think the Star Fox equivalent is he's like a badger or something like that, or I don't know. But they're all different. They're all different animals or whatever. And it starts off with you and you're part of this other team. You're not part of the first squadron. You're part of this other team. And one of your crewmates gets captured by the main guy, and everybody just gets shit handed to him in the first level. And then you get picked up by the first squadron, and they're putting you through these VR missions or whatever to train you to go back and fight the boss again. And while you're doing the VR missions, that's where you get your experience points to upgrade your ship. But when you're actually doing story missions, you don't get upgrades for that. And sometimes you don't play as yourself, because you'll get captured and you have to go find them, and you'll play as one of the other characters. But no, I found it really fun. I beat it. It only took a couple days to get through, but it was enjoyable. It's $20 normal, and I think it was on sale for $16. So I was fine with paying that for it, just because I don't know. I wanted to get a new game, and like I said, I was excited about the Star Fox stuff. So I was like, oh well, I should check out that first Squadron game. And I was like, oh, it's on sale. They saw the movie, or they know that Star Fox got mentioned, so they're gonna put it on sale. But yeah,
They know what's up.
I recommend that people check it out because it's cool, and it turns out it's actually a prequel to the first game, because I beat the game and it says to be continued in First Squadron, and I was like, what? I already played that game.
But Phoenix implies that is coming back from something.
Well, I guess that's the Robin character that you're like
Okay.
training in the game. I guess would it be because her team or it's actually a guy. I don't know. I thought it was a lady because it's a Robin with the big like bright breasts or whatever made it look whatever. But they say he in the game, so whatever. But yeah, the Robin character, their team gets like knocked out, and you're basically rebuilding them to go back and destroy the person that knocked you out. So it is very much like rising from the ashes, Phoenix, and all that. So that's kind of where you get from. But no, it's fun. It's got the gibberish voices and all that stuff, and it's very much, it doesn't look, it's not, it doesn't look like a Super Nintendo game, but it's kind of low poly, and when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, this game isn't that great. But once you upgrade your stuff and you kind of feel the way the game is, it feels a lot more like a Star Fox type game. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like 100% Star Fox, but it feels really good once you get your ship like better with like better lasers and higher shields and all that stuff. And it really has a good like rhythm to it once you like get into it. And the levels are cool. Like and they look cool. So I mean, there's cool bosses and interesting. Like I said, there's interesting weapons and all that. There's some of the bosses towards the end that has like a Metroid Prime type thing where it changes colors and you have to use a different special weapon for like each color and it'll switch back and forth. So I thought that was really cool. Like there's like a big mech guy you got to fight like that, which was cool. But yeah, I was really into it. And I didn't really like the first game that much, so it was cool that I ended up liking this one because the other one I was just like, no, it's fine. It was simple. Yeah, I remember I almost played through the whole thing in one sitting. And I think this one took me 2 sittings maybe.
But, I mean, it says something that you played all the way through it. It must be a good game if you didn't just stop playing it.
Yeah, no, I was enjoying it. I just liked that I could upgrade my stuff, and I liked that doing stuff for your teammates actually meant something. You can kind of level them up, which got me thinking. I was like, if they do this new Star Fox game, wouldn't it be cool if they kind of had like sort of a persona mechanic to it, where you could like, have relationships with your characters, or at least like where you can upgrade, how your friendship level or whatever, but use it.
It makes sense in like like your combat all the time. Like you want to build your relationships.
Yeah, and use it in combat like you would in Persona. Like you build your social links, but that gives you like special moves that you can do against the demons in the shadow world or whatever. Like it would totally work for this.
You got to give Falco space, but not too much space.
But I mean, that's kind of it's kind of how this game works. I mean, so they'll be like, somebody's on my tail, knock him out, and if you knock him out, you get points towards.
And they're like, hey, I think I like you. You're my friend now.
Well, I mean, you level them up, and that levels up your super move or whatever that slows time down. But everybody has a different level that'll do a different thing. I guess it'll benefit you in a different way when you use your super move. But I just thought it was a cool thing because there's like a Falco type character that's like, follow me, and you'll like fly through some rings behind him. But if you miss him, it's like no big deal. But if you do get him, you get experience points to that, which I thought was an interesting mechanic, which I haven't seen before. And maybe they could use that.
I just remember
in a
Falco's
future,
like a big curmudgeon. Like,
oh yeah, he's an asshole.
Damn it.
He's like, thanks, Fox, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, he's always like,
if you help him out, he's like, I didn't need your help.
Yeah, he's like, stay out of my way. So I beat this one, and then of course I was thinking about Star Fox, and I was like, I really want to go back and play one of the old ones. So I finally uncovered my old Wii U controller. Had to find where it was. Actually, it was upstairs. It wasn't that hard to find. The hard thing to find was the charger for my Wii U controller because I wasn't sure where it was, but it was hidden under.
So your Wii U is still working? Okay, that's good to know.
Oh yeah, it still works. I mean,
I haven't tried to fire mine up in well over a year, maybe 2 years.
Well, I mean, there was a time where just like got an itch to go through Yoshi's Woolly World again. So it's been on maybe like not even a year ago, but I mean we still have it plugged in upstairs on the main TV, so it's still there. And I did actually I got a new like HDMI switch thing because my other old one was acting up for like $10 or whatever.
Yeah,
but it works.
I disconnected because mine's been acting up.
Yeah, it like freaked out on me with the Switch 2 where all of a sudden it thought that my TV had HDR, but it didn't. And then it like completely stopped working, so I had to just like plug it directly into the TV. And I was trying to use like another one that I had, but I could not get the Wii U to work, and it was just a whole thing. So I just looked at like what's a great HDMI thing you can get, and I got one for fairly cheap. And and I got it to work. So I got like the PS4 working again, and the Wii U and the Switch too. So I was going to try to just use them more or whatever, since I have games on there. Was the idea. But I started up the Wii U again, and I went back to Star Fox Zero, which is almost 10 years old. It's going to be 10 years old in a couple weeks.
And that's the sequel you want, Star Fox 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I want Star Fox Frontiers is what I said last week, and I still think that could work really well. Because playing this game, how you can like turn into the walker thing whenever you want, like that's so cool. Like that should be in every game. Like I just love the transformation of that, where you can turn into the little chicken walker thing, which was in Star Fox 2 originally, which is considered the newest Star Fox game now. If you look on Wikipedia, it says newest game, Star Fox 2 2017.
As far as release goes.
I guess, yeah. Well, because it never got released until the SNES Classic or whatever.
Which means that's almost 10 years old. Dang.
So is the Switch 1. They all came out in the same year.
That makes sense.
Switch 1 will be 10 years next year. I mean, our podcast is already 10 years, so it's like... But yeah, Star Fox Zero. This game gets a bad rap, but you know what? I think you could 100% re-release this on Switch and people would like it. You don't need the Wii U controller. You don't. I played through the whole game without looking at it really. I played 99% looking at the TV and not the controller. Because you can just see where you aim. There's a reticule. Move it around with your hands.
But you have to play with the gamepad, right? You can't play with just controller.
Yeah, you do have to. I think you have to play with the game. There's one part I used the gamepad, but you don't need to. But in the final boss, when you fight Andros, who you remember, he's in that big giant tube thing.
Right. And
he'll you shoot his hands or whatever, and he'll throw you out of the tube. And there's like holes. There's little ledges that have holes in them, which you can see. You can see it from looking at the TV. But if you want to look at the controller, the ledges will be highlighted on through your like ship cam or whatever, so it'll help you like that. But I really didn't use it. Like I could aim it easily, like just from the TV. There was some stuff later where I needed to switch because for some reason I had the controls where I would only move the reticule when I was holding the fire button, and I switched it to where I can move it all the time. So that made everything better. But no, I went through. I beat the game. I sat down. I beat the game in one sitting. I mean, it's still hard. I'm not saying it's not hard, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I think that like the gyromite thing or whatever the fuck it's called is kind of annoying. The helicopter thing that you have that moves super slowly.
Oh, right.
And you drop the little robot thing that moves around. Yeah, there's parts where you drop the robot and you go into a hallway and it switches to you got to look at the controller for that. But they put Wonderful 101 on Switch 1. Just stick that in the corner, that little picture of the TV, and boom, you're done. Like I bet 100% you could do this on a Switch 2 controller, because it's just motion control. You're just moving the reticule with the motion control. But I kind of like that, where you move with one stick, and then your right stick, you speed up, you slow down, you barrel roll to the left and the right, and then you move the motion control to move your little aiming reticule around, and that's the way it works. And yeah, I put I booted it up, just to try it. It looks great. Like it looks really good still on Wii U. I was like, man, this is a nice looking game. I would love to see it re-released. So I went through, I beat the game. I went all the way through the end. I got a couple levels that I had never seen before. I got a couple bonus levels. I got some new medals that I hadn't had before, so that was cool. I got a secret one. At the very end, what I don't like about Zero is a remake of Star Fox 64, so a lot of the dialogue's the same. I kind of wish that it would have been something else, like not so familiar, because I do think it looks really cool, but it's like, so it ends the same way as Star Fox 64, where you got to go through the maze to find Andros, and you don't know where to go, and the ghost of your dad shows up and shows you which way to go, and that's gets you through Andros. That same exact thing is there. But what I found out is if you get through the whole thing before your dad shows up, you get a medal for that, and I did that. Just from guessing left or right. I got through the maze without any guidance,
without dads.
and I got like a special trophy for that, and I was like, that's cool.
It's called the No Dads Trophy.
Yeah, it's like fuck your dead dad. But no, I don't know. It was a cool thing that I didn't even know about. Like I didn't really look. I looked online later because I wanted to find all the extra bonus stages, but at that point I didn't know about any of this extra shit. So it was cool to find like an extra medal that you hadn't found before, or find like an alternate pathway you didn't know about, like stuff like that. Like the branching pathways and whatnot. And that was really cool to do. And I love that little chicken walker thing. And I didn't realize you could just do it at any time, like even if you're in space. Like, so like I was there, I found this secret like bird boss that I had never found before, which sucks. This bird, I hate this bird. It sucks. It was one of the worst bosses I played, just because he's really hard and they don't really give you a whole lot of power ups and all that. And there's a funny part when you're fighting the bird where Slippy's like, Falco, talk to him, and Falco's like, what the. You think because they're a bird and I'm a bird, we're like fucking friends here? Like it was a great line. I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, oh yeah, you think we're friends because we're both birds? And he's like a giant bird mech. It's not like a bird person or whatever, but yeah, this thing was annoying. But there's like this middle island thing, and and the bird flies around and it'll throw like tornadoes at you and shit that'll like throw the ship around, which is annoying as hell. But there's like there's shield rings under the island that you can find. There's like 3 of them there, to fill yourself up. You can only do it once, obviously. But if you're good enough, you can just turn right into your chicken walker and just drop straight down past the island and then switch back into the R-Wing and then just fly right through and get those rings. And
that's kind of cool. So it's like a dead drop.
Yeah. You can dead drop yourself. Well, I think you have to beat the game first for you to be able to use the walker whenever you want, but it's a really cool thing to do. And like there's that level where you fly around with the helicopter thing. There's 2 different versions of it. There's actually a secret version where you get to go through with the R-Wing, and you have to do it you only get like 6 minutes to do it. But where you'd be slowly dropping down with the gyro thing, you do it with the walker, where you drop and then like fall down, but you can like kind of you can levitate and then like land on different parts. Like there's some real cool shit in there. Like I really liked that, but I was looking at the levels. I'm like, well, what have I done on here? It said I'd played it for like 7 hours, and it said I only had half the levels, that I had only seen like half of the game, because there's like, I had only seen the regular levels. There's like there's like 8 secret levels or something like that I hadn't got to, and I had found a couple of them by accident when I was playing through it again, and I was like, well, let's find all these. So last night I was like, that's why I looked online. I was like, well, how do I find all these? And I found a bonus level, which I remember hearing about this before. I found Peppy's bonus level where you get to play as Peppy, and whenever you barrel roll, he's like, "Oh, barrel roll," and he's like all excited about it, which is funny. But yeah, you get to play as Peppy, where it's basically like, it feels like a Star Wars level. You're basically taking out a Star Destroyer, like the same way you would in like one of the Rogue Squadron games. It pretty much works the same, where you take out a bunch of shit on one ship and then it explodes. But not as hard as I think the Rogue Leader one was harder. But it felt like fighting a Star Destroyer on the GameCube game. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's a cool game.
I think it's pretty cool that you got into this. Like I was kind of talking smack about this last week, and you're like, no, it's a good game. And then you went back to it.
I went back and played it. Yeah, I wanted to prove myself right. Well, I mean, I understand.
You were right, apparently.
I understand that it's kind of a wacky control scheme, but I think that if they tweaked it a little bit, people would love it, like if they brought it back now. And there's a lot of, it's hard as nails too. Like they're not, they don't fuck around in this game. Like it's definitely difficult. It's a difficult ass game. But I mean, I can just say there's a lot of value to it. It's very much like the 64 one.
Did we talk about Star Fox Zero? Did we?
We did, yeah. We talked about it on the show. I mean, we both were really excited about it. I remember you. I think you were saying like I think we both got it physical, and you probably ordered it. Yeah. I remember you like waiting around looking for it, because we did a whole episode about like the history of Star Fox and Dylan Cuthbert and all that stuff. And is Cuthbert or Cuthbert? I don't remember.
Cuthbert.
But I remember talking about that, and and I think I played through a lot of the old Star Fox stuff in anticipation. There's probably some Trey's Retro Revival shit out there about it, I'm sure. Of me playing the old games again. But we were really excited about that, and we did we did like maybe at least like 2 Star Fox games in anticipation, because this is a 2016 game, and we started podcasting
maybe
in 2015.
Star Fox Zero is the one that's coming back.
I mean, I would be. I mean, if it's that one, why did you wait so fucking long? Like that, you could have put this out. Like Switch One is almost 10 years old. You could have put this out years ago.
It's like the last locked Wii U game, at least the first party
of the Nintendo produced stuff. Yeah, I always wondered why they didn't do it. Like, I mean, I guess like it got a lot of hate because of the complicated controls, but I think you could totally do it. I think you could make it work. I mean, like I said, I played most of it on the TV, and I thought it looked great. So, I mean, whatever. I just wanted to go back. It definitely...
It's just been sitting in a warehouse somewhere, and now they're like, now we can release it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got some frustrating parts to it, but I mean, Star Fox 64 did too. I remember being plenty mad at that game.
All the Star Fox games.
And Star Fox 64 was one of those games I swore that I'd never play it again. Because I did all the things, like I got medals on all the levels, and I got all the medals on the hard level, and I did all of the things to unlock, like, because you get the like on foot like multiplayer where you can walk around with a bazooka and shoot everybody, and I got like Star Fox wears his dad's sunglasses when you start it, and you can move the title screen around and all this extra shit. Like I did everything in that game, and I tortured myself to do it. And I remember whenever it was re-released on Virtual Console for Wii, I'm like, I'm never buying that game again because I bought it, I played the crap out of it, and I'm just not doing that because just even thinking about doing it brings pain to me because of like because I was like in high school, but I just
Did you get it on the 3DS?
I did get it on the. I have it on the 3DS, and I'm actually planning on playing it. Actually, dug it. Well, I know where my 3DS is. It's right back here, but I did find it, and I was gonna. I got a out of town thing next week. I was gonna take it with me and play it there, but I was planning on doing the 3D one again. But it's like just the thought of going back and getting all those medals again on 64, just like. It just irks me because I know how hard it was because I did it when I was like 16 or whatever the fuck it came out. And I was like...
Maybe it'll be easier.
It was just one of those things. I'm like, I'm never buying that game again because I bought it. I played the crap out of it. I 100%ed it. I'm done with it.
Because I remember like being really scared about the watermelon level in Sunshine. And it was okay.
There's a video out there. Isn't there a video out there of you? I did a video of myself doing the watermelon thing.
Yep. There's a video of me beating it.
Yeah, maybe you did it on YouTube and then I did it. But I think on my Twitch channel there's still a video of me doing the watermelon level, like just as a little intro thing to the Twitch channel or whatever that I made because I streamed that part of it. But
I just wanted to prove that I could beat it.
Yeah,
I have video proof.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Star Fox Zero. I think it's a pretty game. It's got it's got a lot of ideas. It's sweet. It's got a little message for Satoru Iwata in the credits too, which I forgot about. It says like this game is dedicated to our wingman that we lost along the way because Iwata had like just died, but he worked on the game. It was like I was like, oh, I forgot there was a message for him in the credits, So, but yeah, dig out your Wii U and give it a try again. I mean, I do own it. It worked for me. Yeah, I already had it. I just had to find. I mean. I had to find a lot of things. I'm like, well, where the fuck is because I have a wallet of games, like like a CD wallet that has all my Wii U games in it. I had to find that. I didn't know where it was, and I had to find the Wii U controller and the Wii U charger. The Wii U controller was pretty easy, but like I said, the charger and make sure it's plugged in because I had just been using my HDMI straight to the TV with the Switch too because all that other crap happened. But yeah, I got it working, and I do want to play some of Star Fox Guard also, but. I just didn't get around to it because I was still playing Zero. I don't know how much more I'll play of it now that I've unlocked all the other levels. I mean, those medals are really hard, and there's like 70 of them. And some of them, like the first level, you got to kill 300 guys. I was having a great game, and I got 200. I was like, what? There's nobody else. I shot everybody. But a lot of it's like, doing charge...
chains.
Yeah, which that's how 64 was too. And 64 is still like my favorite Star Fox of all time. I just played that game to death, where it like, I don't know. I got trauma around it, I guess.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. It's hard for me to just play it for fun because I remember just how much I suffered to get through all the medals on that game. It was a rough one. Oh, and what's her face that we talked about last week? Kat Monroe. She comes back too in Zero, and she's still got that sexy music. That doo doo doo. Yeah.
The way you do it, it's so sexy.
I was going to play it on the last episode just because I have it on there because I want to make sure. I was like, I got it on my computer somewhere. But yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah, she's there. Bill's there too. I wonder if Bill has to be named after Bill Trinan, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Or the one on Capitol Hill.
Because Bill is just this dumb dog pilot that he's in 64 also. He's kind of a Mimbo, as you say. It's like
Himbo.
Or Himbo, yeah. He's like a Himbo type guy, but he's just a big dumb dude. He's like if it's like Keanu in a not that he's dumb, but like Ted from Bill and Ted, in a plane. That's what I think of from Bill. Maybe they should call him Ted. But yeah, Star Fox Zero. But yeah, no, I unlocked all the extra levels. Some of those levels are fucking awful. Because if you get all the extra, because you got to fight the Star Wolf team again, and I got to see my favorite character, the Great Leon.
You love Leon.
He still says that. He's still the Great Leon, and Pigma, and they added some new dialogue on there that's pretty funny. But they all have super moves now. Like all the Star Wolf people have super moves, and it will, if you get to their like secret areas or whatever, you get to see their super moves, and Star Wolf does the fucking thing from The Last Jedi where he like hyperspaces through you to kill you. He does that sort of thing, whatever they call it, the holdo maneuver. He does that, except he doesn't die doing it. But no, because you have to fight. Basically, a lot of these secret ones, if you find any of the Star Wolf characters, you just lock on them, you just target them, and then you'll follow them out of the level into a different level, which is cool. And that was the last secret level I got, was the one against Star Wolf by yourself. And there's no power-ups there. You're just in an open area, and it's just you versus him dogfighting. But they can transform into little walking characters too. Like he'll turn into like a little panther thing. But then they all turn into different animals. Like how you can do the little chicken walker thing. They all have their own different animals they can turn into. But
what does Leon do?
I don't remember what Leon is. I just remember that Star Wolf is like a panther-looking thing. But once you get about halfway through, he starts doing the holdo maneuver where he starts like hyperspacing through you, and you have to.
I still haven't seen that movie, so that's.
You never saw The Last Jedi? You saw the second one. That's the.
I've seen all but the third one.
Yeah, the third one's Rise of Skywalker. That's the shit pile.
Oh, I don't remember the holdover maneuver.
You don't remember the holdo maneuver? Well,
no.
So Laura Dern's in it. She has purple hair. She looks really cool. Towards the end of the movie, she hyperspaces her ship into a bunch of Imperial ships to kill them.
Okay.
It's something that it's a very divisive tactic that people are like, oh no, they could never do that in Star Wars. Like, why didn't they do it before? I was like, who cares? It looks fucking cool. Who cares?
It's kamikaze.
It looks cool as shit. Yeah, she kamikazes. She basically hyperspaces into like some other big Imperial ships and kills them, and it's cool as shit. I thought it was fucking cool. But I don't know. People are all butthurt about it because a strong female did it or something. I don't know. Fuck you. Last Jedi is a good movie. But that's the second one. That was the only one that I liked of the new movies. That was the non-Abrams one. That's why it actually had some thought to it. We'll talk about that later, because the Mario movies remind me a lot of the J.J. Abrams Star Wars movies. Very much so. They're kind of the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. No, they're both very, very, very fast and not a whole lot of thought involved. Hopefully they're quick enough for you to not try to break things down and realize how nothing would really work in there. But yeah. But
if you can gather your thoughts to do so.
I mean, yeah, they make it so quick that you don't get a chance to slow down and be like, hey, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, no, I had a good time with it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much more I'll go to it, but it's almost at its 10-year anniversary, and as a news item later, Nate the Hate Monger is he's saying that we're going to hear an announcement from Star Fox about Star Fox this month.
About Star Fox. From Star Fox.
Yeah, about the new Star Fox. I wish it was from Star Fox. That'd be funny.
Bring back the puppet.
Those puppets got to be disintegrated by now. But I mean, yeah, the new rumor is that we're going to hear about the new game before the end of the month, but also the 10-year anniversary of Star Fox Zero is before the end of the month. So I'm wondering, I mean, maybe we'll get both. Maybe we'll get a re-release of Star Fox Zero and a new Star Fox game.
Maybe an announcement of a new one, yeah.
I would love to see both. I think the Star Fox Zero should get re-released so people can just realize how cool it was. It was a Platinum game too, and aren't they like done? Isn't Platinum pretty much done for as of right now? I thought they kind of disintegrated after Bayonetta 3, or at least a lot of the main people left, I think.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah,
it sounds right.
I thought their
trust
team
you.
kind of. Oh yeah, and that was a big deal because Bayonetta, like Star Fox was in Bayonetta 2 even. Do you remember that? Like
Nope.
the R-Wing was in the game because
Oh wait, yes.
because Platinum was making Star Fox. Like they made a huge deal out of it. Oh yeah, and I mean, really, I thought it was cool. The E3 presentation where like Miyamoto and Reggie and Iwata all turned into puppets. Like I thought that was cool.
Yep.
I thought that was neat. But yeah, that was one that everybody hated because Star Fox Zero and Metroid Prime Federation Force, which I think that game should come back too because I like that game. I couldn't play very far into it because there was no online community, but if there were people playing it, I would totally play it and try to beat it. Cause
I mean, now's the time, right? People care about Metroid again, sort of.
yeah. I always thought that Federation Force should just be tacked onto another game for free. Just like throw it on there, or make it like a Nintendo Switch Online thing or something.
Yeah.
Give it another chance. It'd be a lot more fun to play with a decent controller instead of like the nub on the 3DS, because it's a dual stick first person shooter. It's really hard to play on a 3DS, like
Yeah.
give us a proper controller, that and fucking Kid Icarus Uprising. Bring that one back too with fixed controls. But yeah, Star Fox Zero. Check it out if you have and make sure turn on your Wii U. Make sure it's not dead. Apparently, some people's Wii U's don't turn on anymore.
I need to check.
But I mean, I love that. I love that little machine, so I don't want it to ever break. And I went through and looked at some of the games I have, and I have Drill Dozer on Wii U. I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we talked about it for our Game Boy Advance episode last week, and I have it. It's on my Wii U. I already bought it. I played it a little bit. I played like the first 10 minutes of it or so. But I guess I bought it. I must have bought it before the eShop went down, just to get it.
That's pretty cool.
Because I grabbed some last minute stuff on there. I played Resident Evil Revelations 1 a little bit too because I got that on Wii U. I've been stuck on this boss forever on there. Because apparently the boss on the Wii U one is different than the one on 3DS and it's harder. Or on the Switch one, if you played, it's different than the 3DS one also. Because I'm like, why am I stuck on this boss? I beat it on 3DS. But apparently there's some items that are rearranged or missing at that time that makes it more difficult. I looked it up, but yeah, I could not fucking get past it. I thought about getting that game again too because it's like $8 on sale, but I should just go back and play the Wii U one. I don't think I need to get it again, even though it looked really cool in 60 FPS because that's all of them. But
maybe eventually you'll get it for like $5.
Yeah, I mean they've had the same deal every time. Whenever they do the Resident Evil sale, like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 are all $10, and Revelations 1 and 2 are $8. That's just always how it is. And I think Resident Evil 0 and 1 are $10 also.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to buy 0. I've played through that one before. I have it on GameCube. I think I beat it. I think I did. I don't remember. But I did play it a lot when I had it. And I think I got all the way through. But I really don't want to play it again. Just because. That one, I mean, they got a fucking Final Fantasy character in there. It's weird. And the zombie leeches. Like, nobody wanted that. But the train level is kind of cool in the light gun game. In the whatever, the Umbrella Chronicles. That one's in there. They did some cool stuff from 0 in that one. I like the light gun stuff for it, but that game was kind of.
That's a good reason to hook up the Wii U as well to play something like that.
Yeah. I do want to play that game again. I really want to play Umbrella Chronicles.
All the light gun games are
like I found it. I just want to make sure I had it still.
Pretty fun.
Because sometimes you get a game and you sell it for whatever reason. I wanted to make sure I still had it. I'd really like to play. My next thing I want to do, as far as Star Fox stuff, is I want to play through Star Fox Assault again. Just because that's the farthest in the timeline of Star Fox, I guess.
That's made by Namco, right?
That was the Namco one, yeah. And I think Peppy dies but doesn't die. They do a whole thing because he's old.
They give him a carrot.
He's super old and he's going to retire, and you think he dies but he doesn't. And it's not. It's like a different bad guy, and there's third person shooter on foot missions that a lot of people didn't like, but I thought it was fine. I don't know. I just wanted to give it a go again because I was kind of lukewarm on it when it came out, but I don't know. I just want to play through it again. I'd love to see it on Nintendo Switch Online.
You got that Star Fox bug.
Yeah, I liked returning to the games. Glenn Powell should get a percentage of that. Actually, I guess I didn't buy any of these games. I just dug them out.
Do I know Glenn Powell from something?
You asked me that last week. He's an actor in a bunch of movies that you probably haven't seen.
That's right.
He's in a lot. He's an up and comer. He's in a lot of things, but I don't know if you've seen any of them. I mean, he was.
He's not like a TV actor or anything that might have been in a show or something.
I don't know. I've only seen him in movies, but I mean, I heard people talking about him, and I didn't really know who he was, and then I realized. Well, I was like, oh, well, I guess he was in Top Gun, but I didn't know who he was.
I remember
when I saw Top Gun, the Top Gun Maverick, the second one. But then I'd watched some other stuff. He was in a Linklater movie that was really good. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, Hitman. Have you seen that? That movie was fun. Jess and I watched it. It's like based on a true story, but I don't know. Watch that.
Based on the game.
You got Netflix. No, it's not based on the game. But no, I mean, I like Linklater, and that was a good one. I think that was the first time where I was like, oh yeah, this Glenn Powell guy's all right. But apparently he approached the movie or whatever. He's like, I want to play Star Fox, and they're like, okay, or whatever. I don't know.
Guess we'll put Star Fox in the movie.
Apparently him and what's his face, Donald Glover did the same thing. So, Oh, you should watch Twisters. You like Twister 1. Twisters was good. You should watch that one. I don't know if that's available.
You told me about this last week as well.
I did, yeah. I was just saying stuff that he's been in. But yeah, that's good for me.
Why don't we take a quick break, and then I'll come back with some stuff, and then we'll talk about that movie.
All right. We'll take a break now, and then we'll come back and do all the things that Jeremy just said.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go!
And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and, hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
We're back from the break. What other things have you done in between?
So this week, I didn't have a lot to talk about. That's why I figured we could take a break. But I been slacking off in Stardew just because I think I've kind of lost my desire to do anything else. I got divorced, and it kind of took a lot out of me. And now I'm like, do I really want to turn my child into a bird?
Oh,
So I've been thinking about it, but I just got to. I haven't, no, because I got to get through to summer to complete the community center, and I can't do it until the summer unless I've been checking the vendor every day I play. There's like a vendor that will show up at the south part of the map, and sometimes they'll have a puffer fish, but I still haven't got it. But I need that puffer. That's all I need to complete the thingy. Just that one thing.
Fish.
So. Yeah. So once I do that, I think I'll have 4 flames from Grandpa, and that's like technically when I feel like I win, because it's the maximum flames you can get from him on his shrine after he like reviews your farm and lets you know how well you're doing. It's his ghost, so I don't know. I'm gonna go back to it, but this week I don't know. I keep wanting to play games, and then I'll like turn them on, and I just haven't really been feeling it. I've been just watching more TV and stuff. But I did decide that I wanted to beat that mega boss in Minishoot Adventures, so I did it, and it was actually yesterday. I like played kind of late last night and was like, I want to at least get through this boss for the podcast, and it was really hard. That was a really hard boss, but I got through it. I beat it, and I felt really good about myself. And that's not the end of the game. But wait, there's more, as I said.
That's what I thought might be. Is there like a second quest? I think I mentioned that last week, or asked if there was.
So it's not quite a second quest, but it's almost a second quest. So if you took all the exploration out, you have to go through basically like a boss rush, but it's not just a boss rush. It's like all the different enemy types you would have fought in those different areas, plus the boss. And you have to do that in one life. Like, there's no like checkpoint or anything. So it's super hard, and they're really throwing everything at you. Like, I think there's 4 sets of levels. There's like 3 levels of each. The third level being like the final boss. And I've gotten through the first set of 4 levels, and then the first level of the second set is kicking my ass. So it's going to be a while, but I'm actually like super duper happy with how good of a value this game is. It's a very good value. I think that everyone should play this if you like shooter games. If you like spaceship shooter games, because it's cute. It's fun, but it's really hard. And like the difficulty matches the satisfaction for getting through things. Like, it feels real good beating some of this stuff, and some of these moves you'll perform, like, because I have like this dodge move now where I can like dodge through bullets, but it's risky because if they're too close together, you might end up hitting another bullet. You're not dodging through that one. So you got to be really careful with it. But there's just this whole zen of like, you really aren't looking at your character at all. You're looking at everything else that's happening, and you sort of just have to be able to move your character around without really looking at it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it works. And of course, at the same time, you got to be firing off shots in strategic directions, because you're just not like trying to kill everything. You like kind of have to prioritize the things that are causing you the most trouble. Get rid of those first, and work your way up. Work your way backwards to the easier enemies. At least that's how I play it. It's good. It's nothing. I don't think I've ever played anything like this. I don't think I've ever gotten this consumed by bullet hell before. So good.
I mean, there was that one. That was like the Blackbird game that you liked. Isn't that
yeah,
like
I guess
bullet
so.
hell game?
I guess so. Yeah,
And
it's
R-Type 3.
Cute 'em up.
That's your favorite one, also.
It's like basically, it's basically just a reskin Fantasy Zone, but I found that out later. But
oh, Blackbird is?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I still love it.
I thought
It's
it was
just-
like a whole thing because it was Onion Games. Like, it had like some extra,
It is.
like
It is.
lore
It's
behind it
it's
or whatever.
different, and there's lore and all that, but the gameplay is nearly identical to Fantasy Zone. But yeah, Minishoot Adventures, I highly recommend. Buy this game. There's so much gameplay in there. I think I'm getting close to 25 hours. I might have said that last week, but I actually checked my gameplay time, and I'm like, 20 something hours.
Yeah, you're almost at 30. It's I was gonna say
Okay.
like 25. I thought 25 hours was a good amount for that game. I mean, whatever. It's a $15 game, but I didn't expect you to get that far with it over 20 hours. You know, that's a value for sure. I'm still
It's a
interested
great
in
value.
it, but I'm just I'm sure I'll try it before the end of the year. But it's like there's a lot of games, and also the bullet hell thing kind of scares me because there's a lot, I don't really get into those games.
I think you'd be good at it, but of course it's not what you're into. I think John, especially, this is up John's alley. So we're hoping John plays this at some point.
I think the only one. What was the GameCube game I really got into? The shoot 'em up GameCube game.
Ikaruga.
Yeah, that one, Ikaruga. That was probably the only one
One's different because you have to switch your polarity and all that.
I think that's what I liked about it. But it one also looked really pretty and it ran really well. And I bought that game for Switch also. I bought it twice. So
Yeah, I think I have it on Switch as well.
yeah.
But yeah, the big purchase this week, and it happened literally moments before we started the podcast, was I purchased Pacopia because I got my first paycheck for my new job, and it's my little celebration. So
There
I bought
it is. Yeah, we'll have to.
But I don't know anything about it. All I know is I've downloaded it. It's on my Switch. That's the whole story.
Well, we'll have to. At some point, we'll have to do Game Share because it has online Game Share. So
Cool.
You'll have to show it to me once you get more familiar with it and figure out how to game share and all
That sounds awesome. Yeah, and that would help with my resolution of wanting to play more online games.
Yeah, do some game share shit. It's fun. That's what we do over here.
I think this is the
Twitch.
right kind of game for it too, because I don't think that Twitch-based gameplay is part of it. I think you're just a little delay ain't gonna hurt too much. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I mean, the delay's not that bad. I don't think. I mean, from what I played, I just mostly played the WWE game and some of that Turtles game.
But I've been pretty hype about this game for several months, and then of course it came out, and all the glowing reviews just made me even more excited for it, and now I finally have it.
Yeah, you and like hundreds of other people, and then next week you're gonna be like, "What happened? There's 100. I put 100 hours into it already, and I don't know what happened."
I don't know if I can play that kind of gameplay, but we'll see.
I don't think you have that. I don't think it's possible to do.
I don't
that
think
many,
it's that
but
kind of free time.
yeah. I mean, it's like I know my niece has it and she really likes it, and she's already broke 100 hours on it.
Well, last week I
So-
said I was feeling cozied out, and I came back this week saying I haven't really wanted to play Stardew Valley, so I'm a little worried that I might have bought it at the wrong time, but at the same time, I think I've just been so excited about playing it, and the fact that it's essentially Dragon Quest Builders 3.
Yeah, well, minus
The closest we're going to get to it.
minus Dragon
rather.
Quest.
Right, it's the closest we're going to get to it for now.
Yeah.
And so I got to play this game. I'm so excited to play it.
Well, we'll hear more about it next week when
You will.
get into it.
For sure.
So yeah, no, I'm interested to. I mean, I'm sure you'll love it. I mean, it seems like hundreds of people love it. I've seen a lot of people on my
Literally dozens of people like this game.
I've seen a lot of people on my friends list just pop up all of a sudden with it. Ones I didn't think had Switch 2s, but they do now. I think it's selling a lot of systems. They came out with there's going to be like a Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle or whatever with the Switch 2. They're making the wrong decision there. You need a Pocopia bundle. Where the fuck is that at? Since that seems to be that's what and Galaxy 1 and 2 is a Switch 1 game anyway. It doesn't even make sense as a Switch 2 bundle. Like, you don't need a Switch 2 to play it. I know because of the movie, but you don't need a Switch 2 to play it. You know, it's a Switch 1 game. You could just play it on anything.
It's not even a Switch 1 game. It's a fucking GameCube game.
Wii. It's a Wii game.
Sorry.
Speaking of getting my Wii U hooked back up, I could play Mario Galaxy 2 because I have it on there digitally.
Yeah.
I bought it on the eShop. So, I thought about that. I was like, I could play Galaxy 2 because I didn't want to pay $40 for it, obviously. I think was one of those that I had it, but I sold it for whatever reason. Stupid reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought it for $20 on the Wii U back in the day. So I do have it sitting on my little flash drive.
I think I got it for 10 because they had a discount on it when it came out, right? Because then they did like, or no, maybe that was Galaxy 1 that I got for 10. But because they were doing a bunch of discounts on Wii U, obviously, because nobody had it. But I remember when they first showed they were doing Wii Virtual Console, I think it was, what was it, Galaxy, Punch Out, and like Metroid Prime trilogy were all like $10 each.
Maybe I paid $10 for them.
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, wow. And then it went up to 20 later, but they did like an introductory sale on it. And I bought all of them for. I think I didn't buy Punch Out because I already had it, but I bought Punch Out because I didn't have Punch Out. The other one I didn't buy was the Metroid Prime trilogy because I already have it because I have the steel case version of it that's probably worth a pretty penny, but I never really looked it up.
I did buy the trilogy. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, because I think you got it digital, right? Because because I remember we both got two different ones. Like I think I got Galaxy and Punch Out, but not Metroid, and you got Metroid and another one, but not another. But
well, I have Punch Out. I have the actual disc for Wii.
Yeah, so maybe you didn't get that one. That was a good game too. They should re-release that game.
I have it.
Yeah, that game. I played the crap out of that game also. I mean, I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, that's all the stuff you've been playing, right? That's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Well, last week the Mario movie came out, and I might have like sailed the high seas to find a copy of it, but I watched it right after we recorded last week, and I sent it to you too. It was a pretty funny copy of it, but we don't need to talk about the way that we found whatever. We watched it. I watched the movie, and you know what?
I watched it on my big old TV.
I watched it twice, which is one more time.
I pretty much watched it twice as well.
Which is one more time that I've watched the original Mario movie.
But I fell asleep during the first time, so I maybe watched it 1.5 times.
Oh, okay. The first Mario movie, watched it in the theater with Jess, and that was it. I had no desire to ever see it again, and I never did. I've only seen it one time, and that's that. And this one, it's the episode 2 of it all. It's how I think of it. You see the first movie of a series of movies or whatever that you absolutely hate, and you have no desire to see the second one because you dislike the first one so much, and they just have to do a little bit better in the second one for you to like it better. This is mostly a thing that I've experienced with Star Wars movies. Episode 1 I hated because of Jake Lloyd, the guy who played young Anakin's awful, incredibly annoying acting. I think he's worse than Jar Jar. I mean, watch that movie again. He's so awful. But that I was so disappointed by that movie that when episode 2 came around, I liked it. I happen to like episode 2. I know a lot of people don't, but I hated sand before Anakin did. I'm totally with him. Sand sucks. It's awful. It can totally break your equipment. We actually saw episode 2 together in theaters. We watched it when it came out but it was one of those things like
didn't Columbia run out of theater or something?
They did, yeah. Well, but I went with you after I saw it at Columbia. Like we paid to see it, but because I went to see it a second time with you, and I think I saw it a third time too, because I liked it. But I mean, the first one I saw a bunch of times too because I had nothing else to do. But it's still like there's, I think it's the weakest one out of all 3 of the prequels. But that one I was so disappointed by it because it was the first new Star Wars remake that I saw, and Jake Lloyd being incredibly annoying and Jar Jar and just the stiff acting and everything, lots of things, about that movie. Whereas, like, when episode 2 came around, I was like, oh, there's no way I'm spending any money on a new Star Wars movie. Like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not going to see it. Like, fuck that. But I happened to be going to a film school at the time, and they rented out a theater down the street, and I was like, oh, great. I'll go see it for free. I don't have to pay anything for it. And I ended up liking it. So, it's that kind of situation. You get so, like, pained by the first movie that the second one, it stings less, I guess. It's kind of what I'm getting at with this. But, yeah, it did kind of remind me of that, like the episode 2 of it. You know, like I liked Attack of the Clones much more than Phantom Menace. I mean, I liked
X-Men.
I liked The Last Stand so much, or not. Well, you said X-Men, and then you fucked me up. I was going to say The Last Jedi, and then I said The Last Stand, which was X-Men 3. That was the bad one. But no, The Last Jedi, I like that so much better than Force Awakens. And the only reason I saw The Last Jedi was that I had read that they basically went against all the dumb stuff that was in Force Awakens, and that's what intrigued me to want to see it, because it was a different, better director who actually had something interesting to say with this movie instead of whatever the fuck Force Awakens was. But yeah, same sort of thing. You know, shitty movie, come back second time, not as bad, I guess. Kind of felt the same way.
With a lot of bands, they say like their second album's their best album because it's like they're sort of finding their sound, but they're still.
I agree with that.
They're still like a little experimental. They're still a little rough.
I like a lot of bands' second albums. Danzig's second album, Lucifuge, is my favorite Danzig album of all of them. So I think it's excellent. And that's what I tell a lot of people. It's like, yeah, I think the second albums are fantastic. I mean,
then you also hear about the sophomore slump. That's something else. But
like Letting Off the Happiness, the Bright Eyes album. That first album's pretty awful. Though,
Me Without You, second album's
but the second album was great.
Catch for Us the Foxes, and then like what was Modest Mouse's? Wasn't
I don't even know what their first
Lonesome
album
Crowded
was.
West, their second album.
Oh, I thought they had more than that before that. I was going to say I thought they had a lot before.
I think they had a lot of
I don't know.
EPs and stuff, but I think it was their second full album.
But yeah, a lot of bands have great second albums, but it was like the same thing with the Sonic movie. You know, the Sonic first movie was awful, but the second one I liked a little bit better. Are we saying this one's better than the first one? Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's like necessarily a great movie or that I want to watch it any more than I've seen it twice, and I don't feel like I watched it once by myself, and then I watched it once with Jess. It's basically how I did it, and yeah, I was like, I think I'm good. I think don't need to see it again after that.
So Shauna was like, I want to watch it with you. I was like, you probably don't need to. And she was just like, okay, that's fine. I was like, I would watch it again with you if you really wanted to, but I think she just wanted to like have the experience with me because she knew I was excited about it, or maybe she thought I was more excited than I was, but I was like, no, not really. I kind of just want to watch it for content because I want to at least know what I'm talking about before I criticize something.
Sure.
And so for me, this like felt like it's just one action sequence, beginning to end. Like there's not much non-action. It's just constant go, 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 go.
Yeah, that's this movie. And you can compare it, as I said earlier, you compare it a lot to the Force Awakens movie. It's very much like that. It's a J.J. Abrams movie where it's just like boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. Like I was watching it with Jess, and you know, like we were talking about how like it's like the last couple of seasons of Game of Thrones, you know, where they're like, we're throwing the maps out. Yeah. Everything is 2 inches away from each other.
Everybody rapid travels.
That's this movie. It's it's the tiniest galaxy there is. Like everything is right fucking next to each other. Oh yeah, and whatever. We're gonna spoil the movie.
You'll just run into people in the galaxy. Spoil it for
yourself, but yeah. But it's like everything is because it's like they're like 1 second, and then they look up, and then Bowser Jr. is like right above them. It's like everything is. There's not really any downtime or anything. I was comparing it to, it's like I said, it's like the fucking Force Awakens where like Rey, whatever, is on a planet and she like looks left and there's the Millennium Falcon and then she looks up and Han Solo's above it. And it's like, what? Why is everything here? Like none of this makes any sense. It's basically because
is too big for this.
We need like one, I thought it was like because we need a thing. And they don't want you to think about any of it. They just want to throw it at you really, really fast and hope that you like flashing lights and you enjoy it or something. You know, that's it. I felt a lot of similarities, which I said the same thing when the first Mario movie came out. You know, that it reminded me a lot of the Abrams Star Wars. That was like, shitty.
The first time I ever watched a movie where I really felt like, man, am I getting old? Like, was the first Transformers movie, the Michael Bay one.
No, I thought you were talking about the real Transformers movie, the animated one.
No,
that one's
the Michael
sick.
Bay one. But no, this was like 2006, and I was in a band, and we were called Jazz Twin Bass 2, so we had it.
Which is from the real Transformers movie, from the animated one, which is awesome still. That's the first Transformers movie, not the Michael Bay one.
But no.
Michael Bay one.
But we went, and for some reason, I don't know who in the band got an interview on the local rock station, but we went on there and did an interview because we had a show coming up. And while we were on the show, we happened to like explain where our name came from, and then the radio host was like, "Oh, really? Like you guys like Transformers? Well, how would you like tickets to go to opening night
How
of
about
the Transformers movie?"
How about Michael Bay's Shitfest? Here you go.
Right. Well, we got to go see it for free. Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
sure,
cool.
yeah.
And I remember I could not pay attention to what was happening. It was like this gigantic screen, and I think it was one of the first like all digital movies I saw, like where it was like a digital projector and not like a film projector or whatever.
I say,
And
what
so it's like-
what year was that? Well, I know.
It had to have been 2006,
Oh, I was gonna say because I know. Well, that would have been after because I know
maybe
episode
2007. It might have been 2000.
because Star Wars Episode 2 was all digital, and that was a really big deal at the time that they shot it all without film at that time, which was like what 2002 or 3 or something like that or around then. But I remember that being a huge deal that it wasn't out using film. But
I just remember like I couldn't keep track of what was happening. Like it was just all these colorful robots fighting each other and throwing each other everywhere, and then there'd be another couple robots fighting, and then flash over some other robots fighting, and it's like I do like the Transformers and I know the characters, but at this point it's just a lot of colors and flashing lights and a lot of camera motion, and yeah, I was overwhelmed by it, and I don't know.
oh yeah, Michael Bay did a lot of
Too
that.
much action is bad.
I mean, I remember he did a lot of crazy like camera whips and stuff like that. I remember,
Lots of fire.
One time,
Explosions, of course.
Jess and I went to we went to Wisconsin Dells for a vacation thing. It was awesome. We had a great time, and and they had a drive-in there, so we went to go see a movie. And you dial in the movie through the stereo of the car, which I thought was the coolest thing. I'd never done it before. Like it's like a radio station, and you play the music through the sound of the movie through your car. That's what modern drive-ins do. I don't know if you've been to any of them, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
anyway, we went to go. There was like a double thing. We went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which we love. But they were playing Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles behind us because there were two different screens. So I would like look into the rearview mirror and see some of it, and it was just like cameras whipping all over the place. Like, and the turtles were like super huge.
I've never seen that.
And they look stupid, but I heard it was real bad. But I've only
That's
seen.
when they turned them into aliens instead of.
No, they ended up being turtles because people freaked out so much about the alien thing. They didn't actually do well. That was like a rumor. They said they were gonna, and then it didn't pan out because nobody wants to see that. But I always just thought they look like monsters. Like they're gigantic. Like it's like like they're so big. Like the turtles look really, really huge. They're like, I don't know, they look like Venom sized, like big monster characters.
Like 8 foot tall hulking.
Yeah. I was like, I never imagined them that huge. Like how do they? It's kind of hard. It's got to be hard to be ninja. Like when you're just these giant fucking monsters or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
And you also have to carry the shell around everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't like the design of them, and I never really watched those movies, but that was as much as I saw was through the rearview mirror, and I saw a lot of like cameras whipping around, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on back there? Well, I mean, I knew it was the Turtles movie, but I could not tell what the fuck was going on, in it.
So the only way you've ever seen the Ninja Turtles Michael Bay movies is through the rearview mirror.
Yeah, just a couple seconds of it.
It's the same way he looks at
it.
It's
in the rearview mirror. Yeah. I mean, I only watched. I don't think I might have watched most of the first Transformers movie, maybe not all the way through, but I did watch Transformers 3.
It's inscrutable.
And that movie sucked.
What was happening.
I watched Revenge of the Fallen. I watched it only because they shot it in Chicago, and I knew some of the people that worked on it. But I thought 3 was awful, and that was the only one I like sat down and watched. But I was never excited about any of those movies. I thought they're going to be trash. Like when I don't know.
I wasn't that excited, but something about.
But yeah, you got free tickets
like,
for your band and all
it.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm Transformers '80s movie forever. Like I love that movie. I still think it's good. The animated one with Leonard Nimoy on it, and Orson Welles and Weird Al and multiple other people, Eric Idle's in there.
But didn't they just kill him so that people would buy the new toy?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they kill like everybody. They kill 80% of the cast in that movie. But it's pretty brutal. I mean, it's still a good story, I think. I mean, he gets reborn as Rodimus Prime, which I had that toy also, which is very cool. But yeah, no, I'm sure they killed him off to get new toys in there. But it still has heart. I don't know. Watch it again. It's a solid ass movie. Great soundtrack too.
I can't remember who it was. I saw a clip recently. It was Orson Welles like going on a show, and he was like, later in life he had like gotten fairly obese or whatever, and like people made a big point about talking about how he was fat or whatever. And like one of these, like he was on this show on a Johnny Carson show, and somebody was like, as soon as he came on, they made some joke about him being fat, and he's like, "Here's the thing." I'm going to say the guy's name's David. "Here's the thing, David. I could lose weight. I could go on a diet, but you're just ugly."
Nice. Hey, you leave that guy alone. People can be fat. It's all right. No body shaming there, David. You jerkhole.
Fucking David.
But I think Orson Welles actually died while they were making while they were doing the voiceover for his character in Transformers. So Leonard Nimoy actually finished the movie for him because he died. But no, that movie's awesome. And you can tell how much we love the Mario movie because we've been talking longer about fucking Michael Bay's Transformers movie than the Mario movie. But
avoiding it.
No, I mean, I really thought that Star Fox stole the show. I liked all the stuff with Star Fox.
This could have been called the Mario and Star Fox movie.
It should have been. Maybe they would have. I mean, Nintendo themselves, like, they didn't hide it. Like, they flat out said, like, here's Star Fox. I do kind of wish that, like,
I think somebody like said something about seeing Star Fox's boot, and then maybe they got ahead of it, but probably not. They were probably planning on
I saw somebody saying, like, yeah, blurred in the background or something like that. That's Star Fox, but I don't know. That was out there in the internet, but Nintendo themselves said, like, Star Fox is in there before the movie came out. Like, they spoiled it. But I kind of wish. I gotta say, it's important to say, Birdo is in the movie. Birdo is barely.
Barely.
Like, if you blink and she's gone. Like, she's there.
I don't think Birdo had any lines. Does Birdo say anything?
I don't think so. She just like straightens her bow or her like bow on her head, and then
just as a Mario 2 boss, right? Because it's like all the Mario 2 bosses are hanging out together.
The Birdo part is real quick. Well, but that's later. But what I was going to say about Star Fox, I wish that Glenn Powell got to go on tour with all the other actors. That would have been. Why can't he be hanging out with fucking Don? Like, he has more lines than Donald Glover does.
It's probably too busy.
Donald Glover says like 2 things.
He's probably too busy doing the next.
He is in a lot of movies. He is in a lot of movies, so maybe so. But I was like, oh, that's a missed opportunity. Why can't he fucking
someone who's in high demand that wants to do voice acting? Like, maybe they did that on purpose where they could fit it into their schedule.
I mean, he does. I mean, I think he does more live action stuff than voice acting. But
that's what I mean. So like, he's gonna like put the voice acting in there, something that he doesn't have to be on set as much.
But I would love to see him, like, play Mario Kart badly like everybody else with their fucking turn assist on. That always bothers me when they get the actors there and they're like, oh, we're playing Mario. And you can see the blinking, like, little kid version on there. It's like, turn off your turn assist. Come on. You know how to, well, I mean, everybody
Jack
else.
Black was in the Pitfall commercial. Come on.
Well, I mean, I know Jack Black.
There's no turn assist in Pitfall.
I know that Jack Black and Brie Larson actually play video games. So they were the ones I was like, shame, to turn that off. Maybe they didn't get a chance to. It was just too quick. But I would have been. If it was me, I'd be like, nah, I'm not playing with that shit. You get that shit.
Or somebody was like, no, I need that. And so they had to have everybody on it.
I mean, you could do it when you're picking your character. You could switch it off easily. Or you can pause the game and switch it. I don't know. But it would have been cool to see Glenn Powell like touring with everybody else, since he is very much a part of the movie, and I think he has more lines than Rosalina. Like Rosalina's,
Rosalina just gets kidnapped and
I was kind of sad that she became the damsel in distress, which they were trying not to do in the first movie, and then here we are in this. It's like somebody's got to get taken, I guess. I had a flashback of the He-Man movie, the old He-Man movie. Do you remember when
Dolph,
when the sorceress gets kidnapped and put in a tube, and Skeletor like sucks her powers away? That it's kind of the same as this. Like, they stick a Rosalina in a tube and suck her powers away. I mean, they're not like powering a Death Star or whatever, but
yeah,
he uses it to give like Skeletor the ultimate power or whatever. He tries to transfer Sorcerer's power to him. So it reminded me of that part of that movie. But yeah, there's a lot of. I don't know. There's a lot of references to things in there. There's an EGAD mug. I was upset that the
EGAD mug.
I was upset that the paintbrush didn't have the EGAD logo on it, like the game. Egad made the paintbrush.
Yeah,
You know?
he made the paintbrush. He made the
poltergeist.
The poltergeist and
Or the poltergust. Yeah.
and the what's the thing that Mario has in Mario Sunshine?
The water thing, the water tank.
It has a name. I can't remember.
Oh yeah. I know it has feelings. It feels things. I feel scared or alone or whenever you get eaten by the guy with the bad teeth.
I feel fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Flood. FLUDD. Flood.
Yeah, Flood.
Yeah. That'll be Mario 3. No, yeah, it's really, it's called Mario Galaxy, but it's got a lot of different things in there, obviously. And it's like,
lots of Odyssey.
It's a bunch of like segments from like one to another. And Mario and Luigi, I mean, this is like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You could like cut them completely out of the movie and everything still happens the same way. Like Peach they don't need to be there with Peach than when Peach finds Rosalina. And
I mean, they were just like kind of not doing very well holding down the fort, and they were also just like riding a motorcycle at the beginning, and that's basically it. They ride a motorcycle
through Mario Odyssey.
They find Yoshi
through a Mario Odyssey level.
They find Yoshi, and then they're back at their house, and then they go to the castle, and that's like most of what they do in the.
I did like the part where they like when Peach leaves and they like try to hold down the fort for Mushroom Kingdom, and it changed to like the Mario World map, and they're doing different stuff, and like the flags popped up. Like I thought that was cool. I liked that part. That was one of the highlights for me. And and we have to say like I think a main thing for me was that they toned down the licensed music big time. I think there's only like there's the
BIG.
The BIG song, which I actually liked that part. I thought it was funny, but there's that, and there's some. It's a
hypnotize. No, not hypnotize.
It's something like that. Mesmerize or hypnotize. It's something like that.
Yeah.
There's something like that. You know the song, but I like that. I thought that was kind of funny of Yoshi walking around New York and getting into trouble, and I got a kick out of that. It's like hypnotize or I don't know.
Second person or third person.
But yeah, I thought that part was fun, and also Jess pointed it out when at Peach's party, there's a lot of like non-Mario music, like when they're doing the like the piñata, and like there's just kind of random background stuff that's not like from games, but for the most part, it's video game music, and I think that did a big deal for me. Made it a little bit more watchable than the other one. Like I don't need to like fucking Take on Me or the Kill Bill song or whatever the fuck. I don't need
that helped a lot.
Shit.
That it was actual like, hey, we have all this music. Let's use the fucking amazing library of music we already have.
Yeah, and the Mario Galaxy theme is a fucking banger. If you don't use that song, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like I forgot to put it on stuff I played, but I did the Tetris 99 thing to get the theme, and that song as well. The song is so good, and it sticks in your head like for weeks after that. It's still in my head since playing that, and I was getting my ass handed to me. I think the best I did was like 40th place. Like people were really on their game for that. I got fucking toasted. I mean, I guess I was playing at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Maybe it was mostly
somewhere around. I think it was
Japanese folks. But
I think I got like
destroyed.
14th place. Yeah, was my best, but it was fun. I mean, I think it was a good theme as far as like the block color, and especially the music was not as stressful as some of the other music they throw in there.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie, I saw people say like, oh yeah, it's like the games. It's all gameplay, no story. It's like, well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, I was going to say one way I would explain it is like if they made like this crazy AAA high budget, like I'm not saying that they aren't normally this way, but let's say they threw like a Sony or Xbox budget at a first party game to just be as fucking over the top and graphically savvy as possible. And these were the cutscenes in that game. It would kind of make sense if it's just all the cutscenes in that game are playing, and sometimes it doesn't make sense how they lead into the next one because you're missing like the part where you play the game or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And like if you think of this movie like that, it kind of makes more sense. It's like, oh yeah, there's just like all this like blank spot that it's left out where you're actually solving the problems or taking one thing to the other to make the scene make sense.
Yeah, it seems like it's like segments like put together. Yeah. But I mean, also like I was saying earlier, everything is just like you do your little bit and then you turn around and the next scene is over there. You know, it's like you go, you turn right and it's like, oh yeah, that's where we're going. Right over there. There's a dinosaur behind me. I gotta go play the teeth like a xylophone, and that's our next part or whatever. And we gotta have Mario and Luigi turn into babies just because.
That was pretty funny because they were just like, we want to die.
But why? I mean, it's like we don't need that. They're like, why? It's like let's just turn
the
them into
babies.
Were
like, we're just gonna go try to die right now.
Yeah. And then we need a dinosaur that's from Odyssey, but why?
Makes the Jurassic Park sound, supposedly. I guess they like, since it's Universal Pictures, they were able to like use the dinosaur sounds from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it just sounded like a roar to me. I don't know. I haven't seen Jurassic Park enough times.
Well, what you think of as like the dinosaur roar
it's probably the same.
Was established in Jurassic Park.
It's probably the same roar, like the Wilhelm scream or whatever that you hear and everything.
You heard it at the park.
I
definitely heard it on the Jurassic Park.
I mean, you were there. You were there recently, so you can recognize it better.
Yeah. But you know, for all it is, like after knowing about the first movie, and you know, they made a big deal out of Donkey Kong, and then there's a Donkey Kong game. And then in this one, like Donkey Kong's not in it at all. They mention him, and then
he's in there.
He's in the background of the New Donk City thing. You kind of see him in the background.
But... You see him in Yoshi's flashback or whatever. He's there for that.
I guess we'll never know.
Which I missed him. I missed him the first time. I didn't even know because I was listening to a podcast about it, and they're like Donkey Kong was in there, and I thought they were talking about the part when the Luma like wears the Donkey Kong tie and goes all buff. I thought that part was kind of funny. Yeah. I know, like he's just in the background looking more like King Kong than Donkey Kong, but yeah, I saw him the second time around, like where I was like, oh yeah, no, he's in the Yoshi thing. I forgot.
Who do they put a lot of work into? Star Fox. So it's like it does seem kind of formulaic that this was a vehicle to get people excited about the new Star Fox game that's going to come out or whatever, and then like
I hope so. Star Fox.
They'll do the same thing with the next one. They'll like bring Kid Icarus in there or something, or you know, bring like I'm just trying to think of another like
we need Mike
character, maybe Samus,
we
Mike.
We need Mike from Star
Actually,
Tropics. Mike.
I was going to say
little Mikey, whatever his name is.
I was thinking of Little Mac.
Little Mac, yeah. No, I want somebody that nobody knows. Like, I mean, we've all wanted a new Star Fox game, but I want a new Star Tropics game. So let's bring Mike in there with his yo-yo. He could talk about his Uncle Jay or whatever.
An Eastern developed game for Western audience.
Nobody will know, but people will. I mean, Star Tropics is awesome. Like, Star Tropics 1 is great. 2 is whatever. It doesn't live up to 1, but 1 is great. I love that game. But it would be pretty amazing if they just brought him out. And he's got the bananas. He sticks them in his ears. He does that so he doesn't have to listen to Zoda at the end of the game. I think that game's badass. Yeah. No, I mean, Star Tropics is basically like a Zelda game. It was basically like a sequel to
Right.
It feels the same way, but it looks so much better. The sprites are so big. It looks cool. But yeah, no, that's what if I could have anybody in the next one, I want Mike from Star Tropics. And everybody be like,
when you said Mike, I don't know.
fuck?
In my brain, I heard Mac, and I'm like, that makes sense because like New York or you think more like Philly because of Rocky, but you could totally put Mac in New Donk City as like a character, and it would make sense.
I mean, and we got like this, you know, they go to the Junk Galaxy or whatever, which some of that like when I was watching it with Jess, we were talking. I was like, this doesn't make sense. So all right, you know. Rosalina's doing her shit, you know, with the Lumas. She gets kidnapped, and then the Luma like falls down to Earth that Mario finds, which that was from Paper Mario. I remember that.
Yeah.
You remember the star bit that she threw out? I was like, that's for fucking Paper Mario. But the Luma's like Peach, or what the Luma was like. Rosalina was taken here. I was like, how the fuck do you know that? They left in a ship. How do you know where they went?
Right, and then also like. The Lumas all show up as a group anyway. Like, it's like, why did the one Luma need to show up?
Yeah, but it's like, well, they tell her, I guess they tell her to go to that center or whatever and then find somebody, because she does ask, like, Wart's in there from WART radio. No, Wart from from Mario 2 is there. And she asked him,
voiced by Luis Guzman, which I thought did a really good job.
Which is funny, yeah. I mean, I like him. He was fun in Community. But no, yeah, she asked him where to go. But I thought it was weird that maybe since they live in space or whatever, they know where like the equivalent to Mos Eisley is, where they got to find Star Fox, who's pretty much Han Solo minus Chewbacca. But I love the fucking 2D animation stuff for Fox. You know, where he says like he's. And it's easy, yeah. They're fucking flying around the galaxy all the time.
Oh, that whole like
they could easily fall into a black hole
sequence. That was probably the best part of the movie. Like,
it was awesome.
I was like, I'm seeing this on the big screen, quote unquote.
Yes,
and it's
the big screen, the home big screen.
It kind of looks like Star Fox Maker. Can we get that, please?
Yeah. No, I mean,
there was a Mario Maker part.
There's a couple
in the game as well.
There's a couple, yeah. But yeah, no, that animated part with Star Fox, and yeah, he's in space all the time. They go into black holes in Star Fox and Super Nintendo, like it, to warp from one place to another, like it could happen. So I like that where it's like, and I'm sure.
Well, in the first Star Fox, that's what happened to James McCloud. Is that he went into a black hole and they never saw him again.
Oh, to his dad? Oh, yeah. I thought his dad was dead. I mean,
that's later on
because the ghost shows up.
In the first Star Fox, he disappeared after he went into a black hole.
Oh, okay. Well, because they keep, they keep ragging him about it in Star Fox 64 and 0, where it's all like, yeah, when I was playing, when I was on that Star Wolf level, it was really hard. He kept being like, man, this is almost as fun as the time I killed your dad. Well, he doesn't say that, but he's like, last time I had this much fun was when I fought your dad. I was like, all right,
that's worse.
All right, asshole. You got to bring up my dad. Come on, man. But yeah, they do that. They keep, the Star Wolf people keep talking about how they fought your dad or whatever, and Andros does too, of course. But no, I like that part. He dogs on Slippy for he's like, oh yeah, no, my engineer's a toad or a frog or whatever. But it shows like a sprite from the 64 game. What I thought was a missed opportunity. I thought this was going to happen. They had to have had a part where they're trying to talk to like Fox over the radio or something. And he goes through and he goes, like that. Why didn't they do that? Like you got to put the gibberish noise in there. I thought it was going to be there somewhere as a joke. Yeah. Like I would have done it, or like the first time
there were enough deep cuts that it could have been in there.
I mean, like you go to so much shit anyway. I would have loved to hear that.
Yeah, wait, what? Yeah. And he like hits his radio and he's like, sorry, my radio was messing up.
Whatever. Yeah, something like that where they're trying to communicate with him and you just hear that noise, the exact noise from the Super Nintendo, like not edited at all, just stick it in there like that. I would have enjoyed that, but no, yeah, I liked there was like I said, there's a lot of the Abrams Star Wars stuff where it's like. Characters will say things, but it doesn't make any sense in the story. They're like quoting lines from a game or a movie that they would have never seen, but it's only because you understand. It's like in Rise of Skywalker, fucking Lando shows up and says like a line from Return of the Jedi. Nobody there knows what the fuck that means. Like none of them were there when he said that. That doesn't mean that to anybody in that situation.
It's like the Luma at the beginning, like the little baby Luma that comes up and he's like, I'm hooked on the bottles.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And that was right when the baby started crying in the
in
the theater. So I thought that was supposed to be the Lumas crying.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some funny little commercials in that too, with the little screen popping up or whatever. But I mean, how did you feel about like Rosalina and Peach being sisters? Like that was kind of a big lore thing just out of nowhere that I never really. I mean, we'd always kind of thought maybe they were related, but I always thought she was her mom or something.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I thought Rosalina was like an older being, like kind of more of a cosmic kind of being. So it is kind of strange to find that out, but it also makes sense like for the movie, like let's do that, let's just make them sisters. That makes sense for the movie. But no, I don't think in the lore of the game, like, it would be like a grandmother or something, I would think, like, or because she's just been around for so long.
It was just because of the vagueness of the storybook from Mario Galaxy 1 was where I kind of because they talked about something being born or whatever. I thought it was.
I mean, they looked very similar in like their facial structure,
and they even did that in the movie too. Well, yeah, they pretty much look the same. Which I think the design of the characters still look really weird. Like I thought their faces looked like too thin or whatever. Like the animation still looks kind of strange.
There was like some moments where like they would, like angles you would normally see them in 3D, like in an acting scenario or whatever, where like Mario would turn his head, and I'm like, he's got a big old oblong head. It looks weird.
Yeah, I mean they're all kind of misshapen.
Uh-huh.
In there. As I say, they should have called it Super Rosalina Sisters. That's what they should have called the movie. I guess it kind of spoils the ending, but
Right.
I'm telling you, there's going to be some fucking some right-wing jerkholes out there being like, "Oh no, but just this one, it's all about ladies. There's not enough guys in there. The Marios, they don't do anything. It's woke. It's shit. Don't see it." Somebody's going to be saying that out there. You wait.
I mean, that person is. Let's have them on our podcast. I'd love to talk to.
No.
I'd love to talk to that person.
Yeah.
About the movie, because obviously we love it so much.
Yeah. I mean, the Mario Brothers are kind of worthless, so I mean, I wasn't mad about Peach doing something. She kind of goes on her own. She goes on her own trip like she does in at the end of Odyssey. So
I like how when she writes
on her old vacation.
When she writes a message to him, she just calls him Mustache.
Did she with the note there?
She like, "Dear Mustache," or whatever. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, it's maybe her little pet name for him. It's supposed to be cute or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of cool. She just calls him Mustache instead of,
I missed
like, "Oh, Mario."
Oh, I missed that part. I kind of wished, of course, because seeing the note, it reminds me of the note from Super Mario RPG or Super Mario 64. So I want it to be like, Princess Toadstool, Peach. I wanted to have both of the names on there, like in the game. Just confuse everybody again, like it did the first time. That's what I want. Just but that's really all the movie is a whole bunch of fucking references that we can be like, oh, look at that, and none of them make sense. Just having the super scope there to turn them into babies just out of nowhere was kind of like, why?
I'm convinced that when Illumination got this contract, they just started making a bunch of stuff, and like it's like just kind of being cobbled together, and you know what I mean? Like they got ahead of the curve. They're like, oh, now that we have this license, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make all these little vignettes of Mario stuff, and the characters doing things, and then like Nintendo's like, oh, these are great. Let's just like link them together like this, that, and the other, and it's. And that's why I wonder if they don't have something up their sleeve. Like, I know Nintendo has their own movie company or whatever, which is kind of funny because they're all in on Illumination right now. But
yeah, but they're making the Zelda movie. The Zelda movie's not an Illumination game or
that's true.
Illumination movie. That's a different thing.
But I'm thinking more
that's
like
that's a Sony movie.
Well, I'm thinking more
Zelda
like
movie's Sony.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more like make an actual Mario movie game with Illumination doing all of the graphics. Like,
oh yeah, I don't
that's
know.
Something I don't want it. I don't want it. No,
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
but this would be sort of a proof of concept of that as a movie, because, like I said, it feels like a bunch of cutscenes. It doesn't feel like a movie.
yeah. I mean, I looked up to see like what the writing credits are on this, and it's just one guy. Like I thought it was going to be like a committee where you see like, well, I'm sure there's committee.
One dude wrote this whole thing. It's just some fanfic.
Just one guy, yeah. No, well, I mean, you see like Marvel movies that have like 10 writers on them or whatever. Where they have a bunch of different people like tweaking the script or whatever. But yeah, it's just this one. There's just one writing credit, and the dude's only got like a couple movies. It's Matthew Fogel. We're coming to get you. You fucker. No, he's only got a few movies under his belt. I just looked to see, like, he's got this one, the Mario movie, one of the Minions movies, Lego Movie 2. I didn't even know there was a second one. He wrote that one.
Yeah.
And a Big Mama's House movie with Martin Lawrence.
Wow. Quite the...
But yeah, he's only got like 4 movies. Like, who the fuck they choose this guy to be like, to just throw some shit together? I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe there was a test everyone had to take for Nintendo knowledge, and that's how people got through. I don't know, because it also seems like certain A-list actors were like, hey, put me in there, and they were like, okay.
I guess, yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it is, like I said, people are all like, oh, Illumination. Fucking Star Wars has already done this before. Like I said, Abrams did it. He did it with the Star Trek movies too. It's like throw a bunch of references in there to other shit that doesn't make sense, and just make it really fast, and then we'll make $1 million. You know, it'll remind you of other things that are better, and you'll think it's good.
It's basically the Wizard all over again. It's just a giant advertisement for Mario games.
Yeah, but the Wizard had heart though. It had like low moments. You know, it had some parts like where they were trying to feel something for fucking Jimmy Woods and all that.
They didn't have CGI yet.
Yeah,
and they had the magic autistic kid trope at the time.
Well, sure, but I mean, I felt like the pacing was better in the Wizard. I mean, I like the Wizard.
I guess so.
I think it's a fine movie. I like it better than the Mario live action movie. As far as like movies the Wizard is an actual movie that I like to watch. You know, I enjoy parts of it. You know, we got Christian Slater in there, Jenny Lewis, lots of great actors. Beau Bridges.
Yeah, but do you have Anya Taylor-Joy?
No,
we got
Jenny Lewis. She's great. I don't know.
Yeah, if I were to rank this on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Yeah, what would your movie ranking be for this?
It's a solid 7.
That's what I would
because it does what it sets out to do, but it literally does nothing else. It's just all glitz and glamour, no substance.
I'm not trying to sound cool to the kids, but I was gonna say 6 or 7, for my score there. We're not trying to relate to the youngins, but yeah, I was gonna give it a 6, 7.
Come to the podcast eventually.
I only know that because it was in a fucking South Park episode, and it's probably already not cool when it was on there.
I know it because of children in my life.
I mean, I've heard it now. I mean, now after I learned of it, I've seen it in other things, but I've never seen a kid say it ever.
It's getting killed rapidly because the adults know about it.
I figured it was already.
It'll go dead.
I figured it was dead before the South Park episode. Like it had already been not uncool or whatever. But who cares? But yeah, no, I'd give I'd give it a 6 or a 7. Whatever.
That's okay.
I could go back and
give
forth.
it a 6, 7.
Yep.
I think it's exactly what it wanted to be and nothing more.
No, that's a good way to put it. It's everything. It also that's even shown in the running time. It's like exactly at 90 minutes. It's like we got the 90 minutes. Boom, done. All right, on to the next thing. It's like they're very much like we need this weird dinosaur thing that doesn't make any sense, but we need to get to the 90 minutes. So we're gonna just throw some random shit in here, and then we'll get to 90 minutes, and then boom, credits. We got it. So. Yeah, but we got, as you said, we got a couple Mario Maker stuff. We got Bowser Jr. What did you think of Bowser Jr.?
Bowser Jr. was like way more evil than Bowser ever was. Like Bowser Jr. is like a much more complicated villain, but also like you're supposed to be a little guy, but you got all this crazy knowledge and resources and stuff. So it's like he's the actual villain.
He's a rich guy.
Actual villain.
Yeah,
he's like Richie Rich, but evil man.
Or like all the billionaires that we in our country.
I guess so.
They all came from other billionaires. They didn't get that money. They were born into it, just like him. He's a fucking rich brat, like Rumpy Dump. And
I don't think that Jack Black as Bowser really. I don't know. I think they were going for some character development for Bowser, but I don't think it really.
I actually kind of liked the Bowser stuff. I mean, I liked the, where he like felt for Mario, and he was kind of like. I thought it added like a little bit more of a dimension to him, but then he just goes bad again after that. But I did kind of like. I liked that it was a little bit. Because it reminded me of like Super Mario RPG when like there's a bigger bad and Bowser like helps you out to fight the Smithy or whatever the fuck, the giant sword guy that stole his castle. I like that. Maybe, it reminded me of a better thing, but I don't know.
It's fine.
I wish that it would have been more of the actual story from Mario Sunshine. Like they never mention how like Bowser told this kid forever that Peach was his mom, and he goes to, well, I guess he's not stealing Peach, he's stealing Rosalina, but I always liked that story because it's like he always told her that Peach was his mom, and who the fuck is his mom? Like where is Bowser Jr.'s mom at? Like
asexual reproduction.
We'll never know. We will never know.
Nature finds a way.
Yeah. There were like some eggs donated to him from Birdo or something. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, it's like you always told me stories that we would build a Death Star to go destroy things, and now I'm doing that for you, Dad.
Now, while you've been in your little castle tending your bonsai tree, I've been doing all this stuff that apparently you couldn't do without me.
I did get a kick out of Bowser getting turned into Dry Bowser, just because I always thought that was a pretty savage part of the game. That was it was on like New Super Mario Brothers, right? When they first did that, yeah. Well, also I always thought it was. I mean, I know it's not a direct reference, but that exact thing happens in Super Metroid, where you kill the one, where you stick the one guy in the lava and then he comes back as bones. Like I don't know if that's
who's that guy?
It's one of the bosses that you fight that kind of looks like like a crocodile with a bunch of eyes. It's not any of the main ones that they brought back. I don't remember what his name is.
It's like Croco or something.
It's not Ridley or
I think it might be Croc
or Kraid or anything like that. But I always loved that boss because like it shows him under the lava and you see all the like skin fall off and then they come back and you're like, oh my god, they're still alive, and then they just fall apart in front of you. I always thought that was so cool. I thought it was so cool. Did you see the Metroid ship in the background? By the way, speaking of Metroid, did not. Did you see Samus's ship at the?
It did not.
At the spaceport or whatever.
Kind of makes sense because that's where they brought like the Piantas and all the different.
Well, the Piantas those are Mario, a part of the Mario world. I did get a kick out of the Pikmin spaceship where they like zoom in and make it look so big, and then they just zoom out and it's just tiny. Like that was fun, I guess. I mean, Miyamoto wants Pikmin in everything apparently, so good on him.
Yeah, I mean they were all over Nintendo World. Just little Easter eggs, but you could find them if you looked.
Right? Yeah, they were like hidden, and you could like scan your bracelet amiibo.
No, you didn't even. I don't think you scanned your bracelet. You just found them.
It's a Crocomire.
Okay, I knew it was Croc.
So you got part of it. You got the Croc part, but yeah, Crocomire. It kind of looks like a croc with 4 eyes. But yeah, I don't know if it's a direct reference to Crocomire, but I always thought of that when I saw the Bowser become the Dry Bowser. And there's a part in the Bowser, the Bowser theme park, which of course reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine. I think there's more sunshine than Galaxy in this game, or in this movie, but but there's that roller coaster where they go under the lava and they come out as bones. Like that was kind of funny. That's Dry Bones or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And I when I watched it with Jess, I think Jess got kind of bored about halfway through it because it wasn't like you're saying. It's scene to scene to scene. There's no weight to anything, nope. and there's no like, I don't know. There's not even really like any pushback. It's just like you want to go here, okay, let's go here. All right, go here. It's like I don't know. It's just everything's connected. It's all next to each other.
It's like wherever you go, like the worst thing that's going to happen is Bowser Jr. is just suddenly going to be there, and that's the real villain. And
yeah, they really didn't need Star Fox, and there is like some like I said about like saying lines that don't make sense to anybody but the audience. Like they got the Lumas saying do a barrel roll. It's like you don't know what a fucking barrel roll is. He's from a different dimension. You don't. Yeah. I mean, he said when he does his like introduction. He talks about doing barrel rolls before he fell into the thing, but I don't think the Luma that tells him to do it later was there for that conversation. I don't think he knows about that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, the Lumas are the minion. Well, between the Lumas and the Toads, they're like the minions of this. Yeah. So, like, they're just there to say random shit to make people cackle.
Speaking of Toads, no Toadettes. I didn't see a single braid. No Toad braid. What's up there? What's up with that? Where are the ladies at? Come on. I know we got Toadettes.
I didn't notice that, but I believe you.
I didn't see a single one, and I was looking. I was looking for them. Where are they? They're all dudes. I mean, Miyamoto said that they can change their gender whenever they want. So
we're gonna get the Bowsette cut.
There should be some
it's
Toadettes.
Just rated R. Full of Toadettes and Bowsettes and Boozettes.
Oh yeah, Bowsette never really existed in the series, but that'll be part 3. But yeah, they've kind of covered everything. So it's like, what will we even do for Mario 3? Or like Odyssey again. I mean, you already have Odyssey stuff. Galaxy 2. And like, yeah, we get the one riding Yoshi part that they made a big deal out of. It's like 1 second. At the
I think
end
it's like they already said there was going to be a Donkey Kong movie. We haven't heard about that in a while, but they said there was going to be one, and then now there's probably going to be a Star Fox movie, and now there's probably going to be a Yoshi's Island movie. That's kind of how I see it.
Star Fox could be a cool movie though, because Star Fox actually has like a story, has like lore and a lot of like story beats like already written out for it. You know,
Right.
You know, Mario's always like, you know, Princess Bowser, fight Bowser in different ways. Like, there's really not a whole lot of. I mean, we get the more interesting stuff with the RPGs, which I would love for them to visit that, but they probably won't do that.
Nope.
And if they do, they won't do it as well. You know, we're not going to get I Have Fury and all that. We're not going to have the real fun like Mario and Luigi lines and all that. You know.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a 6 or 7, depending on how I feel. It's whatever, and I'm sure when John comes back, we'll talk more about it. But yeah, is there any other thoughts you want to say about the old Galaxy flick? Oh wait, I didn't talk about the post credit scenes. I guess I should tell you what those are, because you don't know. So there's a post credit scene where Star Fox is talking to a Toad who's wearing like the Fox vest, which it was kind of funny when all the Lumas wore Fox vests out of nowhere. And he's like, "Oh, I fixed my R-Wing. I'm going to go back to Corneria or whatever. That's some weird family," or something like that. And I guess they're at the prison wherever they're keeping Bowser and Bowser Jr. So Star Fox takes off, and then they cut to the jail cell, and you know Bowser Jr.'s like digging a hole in the ground, and they're like, you know, "You'll never keep us," or whatever. And then of course the Doomsday Luma shows up from the first movie with a nightstick or whatever, and it's like, "Everything that's left is death." Do you remember that one? Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Everybody loved, or a lot of people liked that one character that was just all doom and gloom about everything.
It was like the Invader Zim Luma.
Yeah, I think we compared to that, or there was a Tick villain where he had like where there's like this big dumb strong guy, and he has this little puppet that's like smart, and it's Thrakerzoid. It reminded me of Thrakerzoid's tongue that talks.
Mm-hmm.
This Thrakerzoid has this. I have a toy of him right over there, but he's got a tongue with a mouth on it, and Thrakerzoid is all smart, and the tongue will be like brains, brains, brains. You know, like he'll just be the
Mm-hmm.
Kill you sort of thing. He's kind of like that guy. So that guy shows up again, just to tell him, you know, all you have is death. And then there's a second credits scene where, who do you think shows up? Take a guess. I think you'll get it in one guess.
Wait, who shows up?
Yeah, we got another character that shows up that hasn't been in the Mario movie yet, in the second credits scene.
It's got to be Charging Chuck?
No.
Is it one of the Koopa kids?
It's not. Yeah, I would say it's not that outside of the. It's Daisy. It's Princess Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. Okay.
So Daisy shows up at the end, which they kind of stole that from Sonic, because every Sonic movie in the credits they've had a new character show up. I mean, I guess Marvel did that too.
So Daisy shows up, and Daisy's like, "I need you to come to Sarasa Land."
Yeah.
Wherever she's from.
Well, you know, there's the monkey, the Yukiki, which I did kind of like seeing the monkey there that stole your hat from Mario 64. And I always thought, you remember the monkey from I think the monkey's called Kiki from
Kiki the monkey,
Link to the Past,
Link to the Past, yeah.
I always thought they were kind of related. I don't know, they
Same
both
monkey.
got Kiki in their name. But anyway, that monkey Yukiki tries to steal something, and then he gets decked, and then the camera switches over to Princess Daisy. She's like, "You're not stealing my shit." She didn't say that, but
okay. So the next movie is going to be about who knows?
Super Mario Land 1. It's gonna have like some shoot 'em up levels and some Egyptian
It's going to be all
stuff
pea
and
green.
a bunch of other weird shit in it. They should do some of the shit from Mario Land too. Like, there were some weird levels in there. Why not? Let's do the giant Mario where you play the level on the foot or whatever. Yeah, and the Halloween one, the the pumpkin level. Those are cool. Do some of that shit. And you get flying Galaxy Mario and flying Mario with a cape. Just because we have to have both of them. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It was fine. I don't think I'll ever see it again. But that's as I said on the Slack, I saw it and I didn't hate it. So it was all right. It was definitely great that
I would
it didn't cost
definitely
anything.
Here's what I can say. I like it better than the first one.
Yeah, me too. I like it better than the first one, but I've seen it twice. I saw the first one once. If there's a third one, maybe I'll watch it 3 times. No. But, yeah, no.
For posterity.
I've seen it twice, and that's enough. But, yeah, that's enough about that movie. The best thing, like I said, I really think Star Fox steals the show. It kind of reminds me of the Marvel Civil War movie, which is great. I love that movie. But where Spider-Man just kind of shows up out of nowhere and steals the show. That's kind of what I thought with that. It reminded me of that, where it's like, oh, hey, look at this guy. He looks awesome. So, Star Fox is cool. I mean, it got me to get my Wii U running again and play through a whole game. So, through, which you can do in one sitting, but still, played through Star Fox Zero again to relive the love of the Fox. So, yeah.
We're not even foxing around.
Nope. All right, so let's just go whatever news we have left.
News. Don't snooze or you miss the news.
Probably not a whole lot. I didn't talk about it, but it came out this week. Pokemon Champions is out now for free. I played it for about 10 minutes today just to try it out for a second. And I destroyed maybe a Japanese child. I don't know. It was because they
it's just like Stadium, right?
It's Stadium, but you have to play online. They threw me right into an online match. And I destroyed the kid. It was just, I don't know if I don't know how old they were, but they didn't have a chance. I knocked them out in a couple seconds because I understand Pokemon types. But if you don't, this game explains the hell out of it at the beginning. They really tutorial the fuck out of you. And I'm like, I know how I've played how many Pokemon games? I know how this works. I understand any Pokemon game could be someone's first Pokemon game. So you got to explain to them how you can switch Pokemon out, and how you use weapons, and how types work, and how some things are stronger than others, and blah, blah, blah. But they give you, you start off, you make a character, you'll go to a gym, this guy will lend you some Pokemon to teach you how to play, how to fight, and then I just got thrown into the lowest tier of whatever, and I beat that guy. And then I went to a Pokemon ranch, and they're like, pick whoever you want, and I picked a Psychic type one, because those are my favorites, and that's really all I've done. But I don't know how much more I'll play of it because I don't really like playing online competitive stuff. But I don't know. I'm definitely not going to do the $6 a month thing or whatever that you can do to get all the extra stuff. There's no way I'm going to get a subscription for this. But it's out now and you can download it for free and try it out. I mean, I think it looks fine. It looks like that cute cartoon art style of Pokemon games. So you can, if you like, I do like Pokemon Battle, and I was hoping there was more single player stuff, but it just kind of threw me right into online. So we'll see if I go back to it at all. But Sigma Star Saga, which was a Game Boy Advance game from what the fuck is that? Way Forward. It's a Way Forward game. I always remember really good things about that, but that got re-released, or there's a deluxe edition of it, remastered edition came out this week. For $20, $2 off till the 20th. So cool. I was always kind of interested in those games. So they should put more of those out because they had a lot of good stuff. There's this puzzle game called TR49. I was trying to figure out what you do in it. I don't really understand it, but I've already seen clickbait articles that are like TR49 is the best puzzle game of 2026. I'm like, all right, chill out, dude. I don't think so, but I've seen people already saying that. So there you go. It's $6.99. It's out now. And People of Note, that was a game that we probably talked about before that John mentioned. That's the RPG that you're like a band or something. It's like a music RPG, which sounded interesting. But that's on sale. It's $2 off. Also, right now, I think it's $22, $22.50, marked down from $24.99 as a release sale, and that's on sale to the 22nd. This one I'll probably watch some reviews of because I'm kind of curious about the whole, music RPG aspect of it. So I think you're like a band, right? You're like a rock band or something like that. or you're trying to make the world's greatest song. I don't know. It could be a good time. And the Denpa, the Switch 2 edition, I know everybody's been really waiting for that game. That's out now for free also. I remember downloading it and not playing it for the Switch 1 version, so I'll probably do that again. I'll probably download it and then just never touch it and then delete it when I need more space. So that's probably what we're going to do with the Denpa Part 2. But aside from that, the creator of Double Dragon and Renegade died at 64. Yoshihisa Kishimoto died, so that sucks. One of the original designers there. So we got that. But we also got, there's some more directs coming, like tomorrow and Friday. There's a level 5 direct. It's basically they're going to show all the stuff that still hasn't come out from them. Probably the, whatever the fuck is his name, Professor Layton, that game that's been in development for like 50 years. We'll see what happened with that, the new one. So that's on there. That's happening. It's called the Vision 26 Showcase. That'll be on Friday. And the Triple I Initiative Showcase, which is only interesting because they promised we'll have footage from Castlevania Belmont's Curse, the new game. So that's a big deal about that. It's what they promised. So, and that's happening tomorrow morning. And the level 5 thing is happening Saturday morning. So all of this, well,
everybody's just doing their own directs.
Yep. So all of that'll be happening before anybody. Well, the whatever, the Triple I one will already have happened by the time this goes up to the public. So there you go. But this one's for John. It's a big bummer, but the First Light, the 007 game, is officially delayed for the Switch 2. That sucks.
Ooh, that sucks.
They didn't say when, but it's not coming out day and date with the other ones.
That sucks.
So, big bummer there. They just said summer, which may
we want these like big releases to be day and date.
So it's a big bummer that one's missing because that was a pretty big deal. Well, they did do it. They did day and date with the Hitman 3, but that was cloud. But yeah, that sucks that it doesn't have. Switch 2 later date is never a good thing to hear. We got that from Borderlands 4 and it never happened, right? Not like anybody cares about that, but we did have that. So that's a bummer. I expected that would, since I don't know, since they did the Hitman 3 Switch 2 edition that we'd have that was a lock that we'd have First Light on day, but nope. So that sucks. And the other thing, right before we started podcasting, we got some new games that came to the NES app on the Switch.
Yeah, NES.
I played. So we have Pac-Man. Wow, Pac-Man. I honestly thought it was already on there, but maybe you already have it for a Game Boy Advance or something. The Pac-Man NES,
which was supposedly a really good port. I don't recall it, but
was it? I never played it. But I want to call it the Mendel Palace because that's my brother-in-law's name is Mendel. That's the way they pronounce it. But this game is actually made by Game Freak. It's another Pokemon developer game, the Mendel Palace. So I don't know anything about it. I just saw the Game Freak name on it, and I'm kind of intrigued now by that because you may have something there. And the third game I've heard of just because of its brutal difficulty, and that's the Tower of Jiraga. And I played it a little bit before we started, and I already died 5 times. So it's living up to the hype of being a hard ass game because I've already been killed. Also, I think I thought I could kill the bad guys, but I guess I can't because I just keep dying over and over again. But I don't know. I've heard it mentioned many times on Retronauts, and hey, Tower of Jiraga's here, and it's a Famicom version. It's the Japanese version, but it's all in English. So I don't know.
That's kind of
because it's got a differently shaped icon and all that in the menu. So it's and
so
the
it was never released here.
And the Japanese one is still getting the same games, but yeah, kind of a random. Here you go, out of nowhere. I really wish that, man, they should have since they're like building up Star Fox for this movie, like put Star Fox Assault on Nintendo Switch Online. Come on, you cowards, put that fucking Namco game on there.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense for what they have currently.
I mean, why not? Like Star Fox. I mean, it's the only one I guess we don't have Command anymore. Right. It was on Wii U as a virtual console, but I'd love to see that one released in some way.
That was a DS game, right?
Yeah, it's a DS game. We have Star Fox 1 and 2 and 64. It's what we have on there, but I mean, I figured Assault would come to Nintendo Switch Online eventually, and Star Fox Adventures. You know, we have history with that game, but
yeah,
I'd give it a try again,
tricky.
even though it's not great.
Crystal looks so hot.
That was the birth of Crystal, right? That was where she started.
Unless she was in Star Fox 2, yes.
Well, Crystal is in. So Star Fox Adventures happened before Star Fox Assault, right? Because Crystal's in
Yes.
Star Fox Assault.
Yeah, it did.
And she's also in Command. So I mean, so they
But
carry.
not in 2?
So they carried her on. I don't think she's in 2. No,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I only played through 2 once, so I don't know. I don't know all the characters from 2. So if she's in there, I forgot. But I don't think so.
Well, she's Star Fox's species-appropriate romantic relationship.
I mean, there's a female. Oh wow, the wolf guys are in 2. I didn't even know that. So the Great Leon is in Star Fox 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that. So the Star Fox 2 characters. No, Crystal is not in there. I'm looking at them right now. You can actually go to. You can look at. There's an online manual for it on the Nintendo website. But
Cool.
we got Miyu and Faye.
It's a cat.
Yeah, those are the two. Yeah, I guess, Miyu's the cat and Faye's like a dog. But those are the 2 new characters that we have, aside from the Star Wolf group. You know, we got Wolf, Leon, Pigma, and Algae, which Algae is not. He was replaced by Andrew in the later ones, so there you go.
Also known as Prince Andrew.
Yeah, because he's Andros' kid, right? I'd like to play Star Fox 2 again. I did a stream of it and beat it, but it's cool that it came out. But yeah, aside from that, I think we're good. I think that's the
Sounds good to
news
me.
that we wanted to tell you about. I'm sure there's other news, but we don't care about it.
And we'll catch up on it, if we forgot it.
When John comes back, we'll do like 3 hours of news. No, don't do that. I don't have time to edit.
John's like, I have a few things that you missed.
Oh, sure. Well, my news, I just put like 2 things that I care about, and I'm good. That's because I don't really.
Samesies.
I don't care about the news until it's closer, unless it's like,
When it's more relevant.
Unless it's something major, that I like a new game announcement or something like that. But yeah, that's that. If you like us and you want to support the show, go to NintenDomain. Go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast, and you can hear all of our bonus shows there for only $1. There's 82 bonus episodes at least on there that you can get for $1. Plus, at the $5 level, you can get videos of us early and the WART radio that I made a joke about earlier. You can listen to that. There's new episodes of both of those on there, expansion pack and WART radio. So check that out, and go to the NintenDomain Facebook group and see those amazing reels that I've been putting on there. I got 1,000 for one of me talking about Star Fox Frontiers. So there you go. I'm gonna put some show related
Check out
stuff
these
on there.
reels.
They're real, man. Totally real. Find us on whatever social medias out there. Look up NintenDomain. You'll find us. We're out there. We're out there, man. Like totally out there. But
Totally out there in the galaxy flying around, man.
Yep. And that's been episode 515. And we've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
And I'm Jeremy Mikowski.
And thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bam, bam. Ba-da-ba-ba-bam. Emergency.
Emergency. There was an old, during the pandemic,
Yeah.
I made that into our COVID song. It
That's a
was
good
like
one.
it was like emergency, COVID-19 or something like that. I made I'll have to find it and put it on the end here or something. But I made,
Boise.
because we were talking about all the shit that went down, and I made it like a little thing that I put in every episode, and I used that part. It was in our first episode too. First thing we played was that Star Fox song, or that Star Fox opening part. So from Super Nintendo.
Corona.
Every couple of months, like I'll put my trash out and they won't pick it up. I'll be like, what? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, you owe us like 3 months trash bill. I'm like, oh shit. It's
Damn.
because like I literally need to either call them every month and pay it, or I need to like physically mail them a check. But they don't do like online payment, which is so stupid. I wish I could just I could just log into a website and pay, because then it would be fine. But they don't do that because they're trash.
Yep.
Collectors.
They pick up the trash, and they are trash. That they're going to show more footage of the new Castlevania game. The Castlevania Belmont's Curse game. Oh, am I the only one here? I'm the only one here.